Mondays are so sad when you waking up to flowers, bringing the sunshine through as the ladies come to you. They have hot topics and interesting guests, making your Monday mornings the very best. It's Monday morning talks, we got the sauce. It's Monday morning talks, we walk the walk. It's Monday morning talks, the sisters are here speaking loud and clear. It's Monday morning talks with So, Michelle Lachey, and Miss J. It's Monday morning talks, y'all.
Hey, good morning, and welcome to Monday Morning Talks. I am your girl So, and I am here with my girl Michelle Lachey and Miss J.
Hey y'all.
Good morning, Michelle. You good?
Good morning, yeah.
You got swallow down. First this morning. Sorry for my voice a little hoarse. So I know we off stream was talking about weekends, but let's share it with the world. Miss J, let's have this weekend. What did you
I did have a good weekend. Saturday I went to Art Meso, which is an exhibit. It's an international art exhibit, which is located in Buckhead Village, and there was also a fashion show. Which I was actually able to take pictures and videos, and it was just like over the top couture. And honestly, a lot of these outfits you could possibly purchase from different stores in the Buckhead Village. And so I was able to attend that and take pictures, and I was looking cute with my cheetah print and my black dress on, as Michelle Lachey just told me. Like I was just telling So and Michelle Lachey, it was coordinated by a Black woman. Her name is Jennifer Sutton. And it was in conjunction with the Fulton County Arts, which is pretty much here in Atlanta. That's the county that Atlanta is located in. So it was nice. They were doing fundraisers for different nonprofits, or Make a Wish or Once Upon a Wish or something like that. Of the Atlanta chapter and a couple of different other nonprofits. So they were benefiting them. They had a silent auction. There was food by Chef Elliott, who was also Black. I mean, it was a lot of Black excellence, a lot of Black people just looking nice. Just to see us all in that light was really nice. And then yesterday I cooked Sunday dinner, which was good.
Okay.
Fried some chicken, made some baked macaroni and cheese, and some green beans and some biscuits. And yeah, look, some biscuits. My mama with biscuits, as Martin says. So yeah, that was pretty much my weekend. Just kind of staying a little busy, as the weekends come and things like that. But that was my weekend. Michelle, how was yours?
My weekend was cool. I did go outside.
I'm outside today. Catch me outside. We outside.
I did go outside. I went to, where did I go Friday?
You're doing a Sophia again.
I am doing a Sophia. I feel like I did, but
don't worry.
It probably wasn't anything major. But I know what I did Friday. I saw Halloween.
Oh, there you go. Your movie.
Did you like it?
I did like it. I spent most of the time like this.
Yes, that's how I was. That's exactly how it was.
I don't do scary movies.
I don't either. So, but this one is actually good.
It was actually really good. It wasn't even too many times where I got like scared, but it was good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like Michael Myers is a beast. You heard?
But probably not scary to you. Will probably terrify me at night.
But see, this is what I do. I have to wait. So when I know somebody about to get killed because they stupid, you be like, "You stupid. You about to die," right? So,
like, what is you doing?
Right? You be like, "Oh, well, they about to die." You know what I'm saying? So then you just you find you something to do.
You find you something to do.
Yeah, you like look down, fiddle with your fingers.
But you still watching a person. You still watching
until you hear that. And then you can watch. Because now you know they dead. So everything else is tag them and bag them.
So you missed all the good parts.
No, you ain't missed the good part because that first leads to another
It does. She's not lying.
And so it's like, I mean, once the first one is out the way, I'm okay because I know what's coming. I know, you know what I'm saying, he can keep the party going. But yeah, but it was really, really good. And so yeah, I just was like, but let's see, that was Friday. Saturday, I went out to a birthday party celebration for this a poet. His name is Verb Williams. Nice. And so he had a birthday party for himself, and it was supposed to be
Michelle Shea got this fabulous hair. I'm sorry.
I know I can't stop looking at her hair either right now. It's
so cute.
Everything.
Yeah, I got this done on Saturday.
Yeah, I saw that. It was cute.
Thank you. And then I did my makeup up stuff and everything. And my friend's daughter put glitter. I put glitter on her. Put some glitter on her eyes. Put some blush on her cheeks, and put some lip gloss on because she is a little diva. She's 3, and she was like, she called me P-Shell. P-Shell, can I'm gonna do you now. I'm gonna do you. And I'm like, okay, girl. Girl, she put that glitter on. She knew what she was doing. She had a face like. I was like, okay, girl, you're serious.
Did our thing. Okay, little sis.
Yeah. So yeah, I was all ready and cute, ready to go. I went to the party. I had so much fun. I didn't even really want to go, but I had so much fun. I'm so glad I went. We played games. It was like an open mic. We did a cipher. I call myself freestyling. Okay. So
go ahead, Shell.
But yeah, that was nice. And then yesterday I just went to go see an old friend. Well, nope, let me take that back. Yesterday I didn't just go see. Yesterday I went to church. My son got baptized.
Yes.
Yay.
So I had a very proud moment, and we didn't even argue at all yesterday. That was probably my gift.
I mean, how could you argue after you got baptized? Like,
right.
You already know, like, God gonna be mad at you. Like,
nah, you know, my son, he will find a reason to argue. He'd be, mama, you know. So then I'd be like, okay. So, but yeah, so it was dope. Then I went to go visit a friend, and I went to go see my goddaughter, and I was able to put her to sleep, and I really needed that. So yeah, it was nice. That was it. That was my weekend. Come on now, let's go to the fabulous Miss
right,
and let's see about the events of the year.
Because she's still celebrating and turning up.
You know,
I want to be like Sosa when I grow up.
Who you telling?
She said the month of October ain't over with, baby.
40 days. I started my count of 40 days so late, so it don't end until November 1st. So
I know that's right.
So yeah, so Friday, literally, I don't even know what I did. I don't know. I did something. I don't remember.
See, it's hard to remember.
It's starting already.
A good weekend.
Exactly.
No, Friday's also called to throw in my face her party on Saturday.
That was Saturday, I thought, right? Yeah, that was Saturday, wasn't it? I called you. Yeah.
Whenever it was, that's all I remember telling me. And I got these tents, and we gonna have appetizers, and we. Go ahead.
See, I would have had to block and delete her after that. You ain't finna come rub it in my face.
Right. What about your friends?
Right.
Then they moved to Atlanta.
Right. Okay.
They moved to Georgia. So.
Wow. That's why you just need to come and join us.
That part.
Period.
Yeah. So
say yeah, no.
Right.
So so Saturday me and my uncle, my brother-in-law, we put up the tents. I had like this, the real big tent that they do for like weddings and stuff, and then I had another 10 by 20 tent or whatever. That was supposed to be like the dance area. We took so long, hours putting this tent up, because first it didn't come with the instructions, which is crazy. I bought it last year. I don't know if the instructions fell out because I never put it up, and it took so long. Like, we went on YouTube. We could not find a decent YouTube video to like show us exactly how to put the tent up. So we got we looking from this video because we get a little information from this one to that video. We got a little information from that one to where we just figured out, okay, my brother-in-law was like, luckily he's a really good handyman. So he's like, okay, I'm going to figure this out. So we finally get the tent up, both tents. And then I just ran around and got finished shopping, for my party. And then Sunday, it's just like poured down, raining. Like,
and it's still raining up there?
I knew it's still raining. I knew it was gonna rain, but they said it was gonna rain like occasionally during the day, but it was gonna get heavy in the evening. So I'm like, okay, it was a day party. By the time it gets heavy, my party should be like close to ending.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was what
So
you said.
yeah,
Yeah.
so but no, it started raining heavy that morning and the rest of the day, all day. It rained all day. So I go to my sister's. So now we trying to figure out what we're gonna do. I call my sister like, what we gonna do? She's like, okay, we'll just have it indoors or whatever. So my cousin, he's a chef. He's like, well, okay, well, I'll be under the tent. Just give me a tarp, a heater or something. Then he's like, so then he just, I guess, decided to just cook the food at his house. So we didn't get to do the rolling appetizers that we planned on doing. He was gonna make them as they eat them. He was gonna keep making different appetizers. But it was fun. We ended up bringing it inside indoors. People still came out even though the rain was like heavy.
Nice.
So yeah, so I was happy about that. Everybody stayed in dress code. You know, my niece bar had she's a traveling bartender. So she came out, you know, I bought liquor and she served the liquor, you know, drinks and stuff. And so I had to make sure she got tips. And I had people bring like they stuff like my brother who do his paintings. I'm like, we're gonna do a little pop up. So bring your paintings and you know, I told my mom, my auntie, bring your scrub and stuff. I want people to, you know, y'all, you know, get y'all businesses out there.
Oh, you ain't tell me people was vending at the party. So you tell me
See,
I
she ain't tell me that
waste
either.
of money?
You ain't tell us that, so you left that part
Are
out.
y'all here? That was just, but honestly, it was like an afterthought. It was like a last minute thing, and I was just like, because when my niece was like, you know, she had stopped bartending, and she was like, you know, I kind of lost it or whatever, you know, I kind of got out of it. But I was like, why? I said, go back to it. I said, I can tell how happy you are when you do it, you know. So go back into it. So then when she was saying, I was like, look, I'm gonna just make sure, you know, you get paid, you know, you get some tips and blah blah blah. So then when I thought about that, I'm like, oh well, let's do a pop up. I didn't even have my stuff out there because I was too busy trying to get ready for the party set up. We had to run around because I forgot to buy some stuff on Saturday. So honestly, like this party was started at 3, which CP time is 4. So you had some people come at 4. Some people didn't get to like 6, 7. The food didn't come to probably like maybe 7 something or whatever because he had to cook everything at home. And but we had fun. We was gonna do the karaoke. We had the projector out with the videos playing, so we rap into the music and dancing. I had the red carpet laid out, and you know it was nice. We had the shelf, the bartend, the bar, the red carpet, video camera.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was nice. We
You
had
should have
fun.
had a 360.
Ooh, that would have been hot.
I was gonna do that. I was looking at that, but the cost to rent the 360, you might as well buy one yourself. You know what I'm
Really?
saying?
Mm.
They want like 150 an hour, 250 an hour to rent those things. And I saw one on Amazon, on eBay. You don't have to have a long stick with it, but just the round part is like 250. I might as well have bought one. I was gonna buy one or whatever because I'm not gonna pay to rent one when I can, you know, might as well have one for myself.
Myself.
But yeah, but we just used our phones and took a lot of pictures. I mean, I still got people that got pictures that I need to get from them. And yeah, we had fun. You know, I'm a little horse, you know, on the mic all night.
Because you was lit. I seen it on Snapchat. I said, who is that?
Oh man, see, I need to get on Snapchat.
Get on Snapchat. That's where it's really at. Okay. I see it. I said, wow. Okay. So lit. That's why she ain't got no voice today.
Because I'm sitting there, we doing. I'm with the bartender up the bar. Somebody want to drink. I'm like, Rakia to the bar area. Rakia to the bar. Like I was at Walmart, and then I'm like shouting out, like you know, they advertise promoting the businesses, like y'all, you know, shop these businesses, and I'm on the mic talking about the food. So I'm on the mic like all the time. Then we rapping on the mic, and it was fun. We had a lot of fun. It was, it was enough people to be there, and yeah, I think it was fun. I was happy that my IMS family came out. You know, the ones that did. And so, you know, we had a good time. And then I suffered for it this morning because I had to get up early and take my daughter to school in the dark rain. And yeah, so I'm paying for it.
It's a struggle.
Starbucks.
Look, Starbucks to the rescue.
To the rescue.
I meant to send you a coffee gift card for your birthday. I'm gonna send you one.
There we go.
You know, and Richie got me one too. It was nice. He got me a card with the Starbucks gift card and a few dollars.
Because So drinks Starbucks every single day. Are you a gold member? Look, you need to be at this point.
You know what the funny thing is? I always forget to use my app. I just go.
Oh, you
and
tripping, sis?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
you tripping.
You know what?
It's too expensive.
I own a lot of shares in Starbucks, though. So
I don't care how many shares you
I
own.
was just about to say, shares don't give you a discount when you pull up to that window,
Shares don't give
sis.
me money when I decide to pull it out. So
Let me tell you something. Dunkin' Donuts is half the cost of Starbucks if I don't pull out my rewards so I can get my free cup of coffee after I reach
That
my
part.
certain level of
I
point.
won't get it.
I forget. I literally got the app. I literally got the app and on my phone, on my desktop, on my home screen, and I will forget. I think I used it like recently the other day, but I totally always forget to use my app, and so
You have to be conscious about it. When you
I
pull
know.
up, the
As
first
soon
thing
as
you do
thank you,
is grab your app, and you have to be
and
con-
add
until
your
it becomes
debit card
second
to it.
My
Mhm.
debit card on there,
Girl, I'm done.
but today I pay with cash.
I'm about to. It's been a great show, y'all. Have a good night.
Bye. Because at this point, So is tripping, birthday or not, ma'am. You better pull out that app.
Hello.
Let them scan it, collect them stars so you can become a gold or platinum member. It ain't even
At
gold
this point,
status. We
I
need
should
you to
be
be platinum status.
right.
Because, baby,
I
We
have my
need to
sister-
be
diamond
all
status, okay? You need to be diamond status because you literally go there every single day.
I had my student order my coffee one time because I spilled my cup of coffee at work one day. And literally I screamed and people running in there like, what's going on? What happened? What happened? They're like, Miss Sophia dropped her coffee. They're like, you screaming like somebody died. I said, my coffee died. You know,
Okay?
so
They don't
I mean literally
understand how serious it
I had
is.
6 shots. Okay.
You stupid.
so
6 shots of
yeah,
espresso.
I needed to wake up that morning. And so
Honey,
I had went that was the
you
night
need to
we
be
went to
woke for the
karaoke.
week with 6 shots of espresso.
Okay.
We went to karaoke that night and I had to be at work that morning. So so I needed to be up. So she ordered, I was telling her like, I want this, I want, give me a quad upside down or whatever. She's like, you so extra. So then she come back, she's like, $10. She's like, this coffee was $10. She was like, I was gonna order me something, but when they said $10, I was like, no.
It was a wrap after that.
Yeah.
She said, you
I
pay
be mad when I go
coffee
to
every
Dunkin'
day?
Donuts and they're a little bit more than everybody else. When they $2.39 for the medium instead of $1.89, you be like, what?
That part. How that happened?
She's like, you pay $10 for coffee every day. I said, well, I don't always get 6 shots. I usually get a quad, so it's $8. She's like, $8 for coffee every day. I said, you add the sandwich, it's like $13. Maybe 14.
So rich.
Okay, and I'm gonna slap.
That's why I don't phase her.
I'm just coffee rich, and so
let me tell you something. You ain't finna be that coffee rich no more, cause friend, let me tell you something. You is about to hit that rewards and make them pay you back for all that money
that part
in their pocket.
Okay, so
I wish you still had all your receipts.
Every morning,
Okay.
I need y'all to text me and be like, get your rewards, do your rewards. So if that way, I remember.
You would save so much money, so seriously.
Well, I need to do that. Let me put that in my notes.
And it just says hello, you deserve a little reward for all that you do.
A whole lot of reward. Forget the little reward. You spending $10, $13 a day. They need to give you everything for free. At this point, you need a week free, a month. Okay.
You know what? I was kind of mad at the Starbucks that I usually frequent, which was used to be my favorite Starbucks. But I went there, and for some reason, I've got to get on the phone with Chase now. My card, for some reason, my Chase card, they wasn't working. And I just found out for some reason they canceled my card. I just found this out yesterday, and I don't know why.
Your debit card?
Yeah, for no reason. Like they just gave me this card because somebody went in my account or whatever, so they had to cancel the old card. So they gave me this new card. So when I was at this Dollar Tree day before, it declined, and I'm like, why it declined? So I used cash. And then when I was at Walmart yesterday, it declined, and I'm like, why is it declining? Like I have money in the bank, why is it declining? And so then I just happened to call. The lady was saying like maybe the self-check thingy wasn't working or whatever. So I called and they was like, this card has been canceled. I'm like, why is my card canceled? Like out of nowhere. So I was on the phone with Chase and she put me through on hold with some whatever, but it hung up on me and I didn't have time to call back because of the show, but I'm gonna call when I finish. But anyway, so I was in there in the Starbucks and like, so my card wasn't working. And so usually when your card not working or whatever, they usually give you, it's like, okay, well go ahead, you're good. So the man, he's the manager there too. And he knows me. I'm there all the time. And so my card wasn't working. So I'm scrambling in my purse for like cash. I'm like, I got some cash. I know I got some cash somewhere. And he's just standing there waiting. And waiting in my head as I'm scrambling for cash and waiting on him to say, go ahead.
Don't worry
You know what I'm
about it.
saying?
Right.
You good. But he did not say that. He's just standing there. And I'm like,
Because he's ready to take that venti back and throw it in the trash.
That part.
You're really just
Which
not
is
going to
crazy.
go ahead. And I'm in here literally every day making your store a better place. And so
helping y'all meet y'all daily quota. Okay.
And so so I was just like, you know what? I said, just take the sandwich off because I didn't, I only have enough for the coffee. So take the sandwich off. Like I'm in here every day spending like $15.
And y'all done already cooked the sandwich. You might as well give it to me at this point, bro. Because y'all not gonna do nothing but throw it in the trash.
Exactly. And usually, like when they have an extra coffee sitting, like the girls. See, some of the girls that used to work there when I first started going there, I think they went off to college or something. They back in school or whatever because there's new people there now. And so, like those girls, they knew my name. They call my name, when I walk in. And hey, Sophia. Hi, Sophia. And and then they'll give me like if there's a coffee sitting that somebody can pick up, they'd be like, someone who might want this coffee, and I would take extra coffees or whatever. This man knows me. He's one of the Hey Sophias. Okay, he's in the Hey Sophia crew.
He's in the Hey Sophia club.
Yes, and he literally just stood there. I'm like, okay.
Maybe because he said he's just the manager, so he's not the owner.
Maybe he made it big, or
maybe they
little people.
Maybe they came down on
the little people
giving away too many stuffs or having that practice, and so now they have to change.
They
maybe it came from a higher up or something.
They gave stuff that was already ordered and people didn't pick up, or people maybe they made the order. Like one time, this girl was making my coffee, and I get oat milk. So I saw her pour. I knew she was making mine because I ordered a sugar-free vanilla, and I know that's at the top. So when I see them ordering vanilla at the top, I know it's my coffee, but I know that she used the regular milk. So when she made it, I let her make the whole thing because I'm like, it's on the cup, I didn't read it. So then when she made the whole thing, I was just like, I wanted oat milk and not regular milk. She's like, oh.
Yeah, that oat milk be good.
Yeah, and she had to make it all over, but she's like, here, you can give this to somebody if you want. Like, I already made it. It's nothing I can do with it. So I had extra coffee to give to somebody who drank milk.
With 8 shots of espresso.
No, they only had a quad. It was 4.
That's still a lot. Only had a quad.
You
give me 1 shot of espresso, I'm up till tomorrow.
That's because if you drink Dunkin', that turbo shot is nothing. Like that turbo shot does nothing at Dunkin'. I'm sorry, Dunkin'. Don't hit me because we might need you as a sponsor. But the turbo shots at Dunkin' it's not strong enough for me. It might be strong enough.
I don't do none of them extras.
No, I only do a turbo shot if I'm like super duper sleepy, and even then it's like it don't kick in until like 2 hours later, and it's like I needed you 2 hours ago. Right. I'm woke for no reason because
1 sip of Starbucks and you already lit. That's
one
it.
Sip of Starbucks. Well,
you can smell the coffee. You can smell the caffeine coming out of the cup before you take a sip. As soon as they hand it to you through the window, it's like
the tea comes with 2 shots already, so I'll just get like 2 extra shots. And if I really need it, I'll get 4 extra shots. So 4 shots is called a quad. Then if you get 6 shots, you can get it upside down, so you can get some at the bottom.
That is entirely too much, ma'am.
Yeah. Let me tell you something.
All of them extra shots.
Starbucks, it's like bubble gut city. It's like
literally. That's why I get the oat milk or the almond milk.
Any coffee is like bubble gut. It's a diuretic, so it's good. Come right out.
Dunkin' Donuts don't do that to me. Dunkin' Donuts just give me right. Okay, they balance out my ecosystem. And I have nobody.
No. It just does what it's so just come right on out.
Right.
So y'all, if y'all see Soso get up and turn her camera off for a second, we know where she going. She done already had 4 shots in this coffee today.
It already happened. So So
I mean, you got 15 shots in there. It might come back around.
Hey, exactly. I was gonna say you just got to the bottom of it. All them little remnants sitting at the bottom. You didn't took a sip of those.
Okay.
I'm sure it'll all kick in overdrive in a second.
Exactly, like.
Knock knock. Hello. Right. Did you miss me? I'm back.
Right. I got something to say for you.
Look, we need to go drop some kids off at the pool. We'll be back.
Girl, kids, that's a whole school system. She gonna do it.
Okay. We know.
Look, so we just, we your sisters. We here to support you. Whatever you need. So just give us the signal. I'll be back. We got you.
Right. And we just
got
gonna
you.
keep it moving.
Just let us know ahead of time. We got you. Send it
She
in
gonna
the
be like, well,
chat.
since we only have a 45-minute show.
So has got to go.
All right then. I'll see y'all. Bye.
I stick through the whole show
We
every
gonna
morning.
take off running.
I have coffee every morning.
Oh Lord. That's why I'm sipping on some water this morning because I don't get time today. I'll stick with my water.
Okay, well, let's get into a couple things. So over the weekend, I don't know if y'all read about this with Snoop Dogg losing his mom.
Yeah.
We not going to too many hot topics or whatever, but I just want everybody loves Snoop. If you don't love Snoop, something wrong with you. So he looked like his mom, mom
He
too.
does.
Yeah. So just sending prayers up to Snoop and his family, and hoping his mom rests peacefully. Yeah. And then some very tragic news.
Here we go. The Bears lost again.
No,
I ain't even look up and I knew
it ain't even lost. They
lost
got demolished.
They got chewed
It was
out.
like 38-3 still.
They got 3 points.
And they only got a field goal.
And the thing is,
and that was like early in the game.
I was reading because I didn't get to watch the game yesterday, but he got tackled. They were he don't
6
have
turnovers.
His offense. He don't have no coverage.
That's what it is.
I was reading that I can't even
see what I'm saying? You sound like me.
Yeah, just so upset.
What is his name? Well, Tom Brady. He didn't even have to do much because his offense was doing. His defense was doing so much where he didn't have to do much because defense just kept getting all these, making them turn over the ball, and all this stuff. So it's like,
who did they play?
They played Tampa Bay. Well, we know they was gonna lose because Tom Brady.
I said it already.
Yeah, they got beat. They got down. Beat bad blowout. Yolanda, why are we emphasizing? It was tragic.
It was tragic. Don't make her cry.
Well,
don't make her cry.
What I will say is even though the Bears did not win yesterday.
Whatever.
The Falcons won.
Like 3 points. About like 3 points or something.
They did. They won by a field goal.
And the Braves are going to the World Series.
Yes, they are.
The Braves.
And the Hawks won their first game last week. So Atlanta's on the road right now. We literally on fire.
That's great. That's why I was gonna go into some really
Peace
good
up,
news.
A-Town down. That's why you need to move here. We got winning teams around here.
I'm gonna go into some really good news because they haven't lost since they played the Bulls.
We got winning teams around here.
Sorry, yeah.
I'm like, what? I'm like, the Bulls is talking. The Bulls talking.
So, I'm trying to share it. I just remember I ain't shared the thing yet.
So yes, so the Bulls won again. They win. They on the winning streak. They got a winning team. We just so happy to see something.
Oh, Yolanda, don't do that.
Something happening with the Bulls. So let me take that off. So yeah,
Yolanda talking about they got beat bad.
Yeah, that's what I said.
They did. It was a blowout.
Yeah, it was bad. But we talking about the Bulls.
But the Falcons won.
We talking about the Bulls. Bulls are.
Okay, my bad.
Bulls are great. They're.
The Bulls are great. What they got on the Bulls now? They got a team.
Yes, they have a team. Did you not just see all the superstars on the Bulls right now? Bulls haven't lost since they played.
I don't know nothing about
started. We have a great team, and we're gonna eventually win a championship this year. Bears going to come up. You know what I'm saying? Once they get this O-line like in check, I don't know what they gotta do. We need to get rid of Nagy. But that's
Nagy definitely needs to go. But it's our defensive line also that they gotta either they need to replace, they need to reform. I don't know.
They need something because they're not protecting their quarterback. I don't know if you want Andy Dalton back on the field or something. Like, you are not protecting your quarterback. This is a young man, a rookie. I know he got skills. Why is he not protected? It's like it just be so open.
They have too many open pockets. They don't protect him at all. And I've always been told that defense wins games. So if our defense is not defending and stopping their offensive line, then
Mhm.
we're messed up from that point. So, and it clearly showed yesterday. They got almost 40 points on us. How
Yeah,
did
that's
y'all
why
allow that to happen?
that because of the turnover, because they're not protecting their
Yep, he had 6
then our
turnovers
defense
yesterday, and I think like 2
can't stop.
interceptions.
Our defense really can't stop the Tampa Bay, offense, with Tom
Right.
Brady and his
Well, yeah,
you know what I'm
I
saying?
knew with
Like,
Tom Brady it was gonna be a blowout either
yeah.
way. I'm sorry. Sorry, Bears. I love y'all, but I kind of knew
Yeah.
it wasn't looking
Mark.
good for us.
Hey,
Hey, Mark, how you doing?
how are you?
Hi, Mark. You made it this week.
Yes. Good to see you,
He
Mark.
tried to say last week he couldn't make it because he didn't have the link. He didn't know.
Don't be putting him on blast.
I'm gonna blast him all the way to the water.
Pew,
Okay?
pew, pew, pew. Look, she'll come out with the guns out.
Cause
Why she put you all the way on blast?
He coming out with excuses, talking about something. I miss y'all though. Nah, you won't miss us.
Oh, Gucci, you don't
Well,
love
he's
me.
here this
Gucci,
week.
you don't
He
love
is.
me.
He is. And we appreciate you.
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, Mark, for joining in. You can't. Sorry, you had to come in on such tragic news.
Yeah.
About the birds.
Shout out to the Dirty Birds.
He a Georgia boy, girl. That wasn't tragic news to him.
Right.
I am Grace. She sent the link at 4.
You such a liar.
Wow,
Bring Mark
Cher.
in on the show one day though. Like,
I did not send the link at 4.
Mark
That's
to
when
be
he
a-
checked his messages.
Mark needs to be a co-host on the show one day.
But how's this though? How do I have to send the link when
Oh no,
all he
Mark,
has
you
to do
can't.
is
I'm sorry,
follow?
Mark, he would never be a co-host on our show. I take that back profusely.
Just that quickly.
Just that quick.
You would never be
that invite.
a co-host on our show.
We were revoking that invite.
You should have waited.
Right.
You should have waited for that comment. You should have put that comment on after the show.
Look, I'm a Falcons fan as well, Mark. However, I don't know if you're a Falcons fan. However, the Bears have been doing better than the Falcons. So
pretty much.
play with the tread lightly. We real football fans around here.
Y'all
We
won
go
game.
to talk about our teams.
They
Y'all
real
won
football fans. I'm just fake trying to figure it out.
I'm proud of Shell. She doing better, y'all. We getting her on board with us. We getting her on board.
Right.
I might be able to watch a game one day.
That part.
I love the Super Bowl shuffle. You know what?
Wow. Those from what? 88, 89?
85, girl.
85?
Wait, what do the Falcons have? Oh, nothing.
Ooh.
So anyway, Mark.
The
shade.
Well, my
it's the
son
shady tree for me. Right, it's the shady tree for me.
I love anything about the Falcons, but they city. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, for real, the Falcons do not have any type of titles. I'm sorry. I mean, they had the NFC title a couple of years ago, but then they blew that when they made it to Super Bowl. So
yes, he'll give you that. Y'all, they are better than the Dirty Birds. Thank you, Yolanda.
Thanks, Yolanda. Falcons, I still rock with the Falcons.
Old songs say
drifting on a memory. Wow.
At least we have a
memory. On a memory. Hey.
We have a memory.
There's no
I don't remember anything about the Falcons.
I
don't remember anything about the Falcons. I don't remember anything about the Falcons. We have a memory.
You're so silly.
Know the Super Bowl.
At least we got something.
That's true.
So you done froze on us.
I was frozen.
There you go.
I hope my face was pretty though. I hate being frozen. I don't know how my face is.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Right. That's usually how it freeze too, like the freeze when you like.
Distorted look. I want to freeze like Veronica. Remember the Veronica, the model we had on? Every time she was frozen, it was such a pretty frozen.
Oh yeah.
It was like
she was posing the whole time.
She was like posing on her freeze, and I'm like, how your froze pictures? It's always all of them
look
so
like
pretty.
That.
And then we all distorted every time we freeze up. Like,
right, of course.
Right.
It's all right. It's all right. I'm cute in person. That's all that matters.
Anyway, so let's go into our topic of the day. I was trying to get some light in the moment before we get into here we go. Bringing up that memory is like talking about one time your ex-boyfriend let you supersize at McDonald's. Really?
I don't eat McDonald's, so it don't
You know
matter.
what? No, I don't. I don't remember my
Yeah,
ex-boyfriend.
well,
Let
I
me
do
be
eat
super
McDonald's,
sad.
so let me stop her.
That
Wow.
mean
that what I let her
to
do
really
too?
relate it to so you should have
it's-
said that's like her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend telling her she can't get a venti at Starbucks. That would have affected her.
Now that would have hurt her feelings. A venti.
Right.
Or a Trenta, whatever the largest one is.
I seen some videos this weekend and they was talking about that. And he was saying, "I want a large coffee," and she was like, "Oh, you mean you want a venti?" He like, "No, venti is
Yes.
Italian for something else," and like he went off on her or whatever. I should have sent it to So.
I had a friend, she had went to Starbucks and she kept saying she wanted a tall and she was thinking it was the biggest, but tall is one of the smallest.
Yeah.
So when she got it,
All the
she
time.
was
My
so
dog
mad.
is
She
really
was
far.
like, this ain't what I ordered. They was like, well, that's what a tall is. So she had to swap it on out. But
Yeah, the tall
baby,
small.
yes.
Hey,
Hey,
Mario.
Mario.
Hi, we missed you.
Always.
Venti means 20 in Italian.
So
Yeah,
maybe
that's
it's
what
a
he said.
20
Venti
ounce.
means 20 in Italian.
20
And
ounce.
then he's like, "No, it's a large." I'm like, no.
So maybe it's 20 ounces. That's where they got
probably.
the venti
Let
from.
me see. What's this cup say? It says recyclable. What I see.
The cup says recyclable.
It said, "Do not make a wave." Oops.
It's probably 20 ounces of coffee.
Yeah, it might be 20 ounces. Yeah, it don't say.
Oh,
look, it reminds me of my
smart.
Starbucks reward. That's why I always forget because they cover it up.
Yeah, they cover it up. That's why people don't remember to do it. That's how they get you to pay full price all the time.
Right.
Look, baby, anytime I go somewhere, I'm pulling out my phone. Let me see. Do I got a promo code? Do I got a rewards with y'all? How can I get some money, y'all?
Hi, good to see y'all. Miss you too.
Yeah, because where you been?
He said here's your answer. He just left the school.
Okay.
Had to record.
Mario been doing some big things.
Oh, you on another song?
Yes. I don't know if y'all follow Mario on Instagram, but he's been doing a snake pick every week. I think it's like maybe 6 weeks in now. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mario.
But
he's been a reigning champ. It's a rap profile on Instagram, and so they highlight a lot of indie artists or whatever. And so Mario's been connecting with a lot of people from all over Atlanta. I don't remember the other cities, but it's 2 artists from here in Atlanta that he's been connecting with and recording songs with. And Mario has been a reigning champ in the top 3 for the last couple of weeks.
About us little people.
That part. And he's doing some big things with The Rock with his comic. I'm sorry, I'm spreading all your business. Yes, I am. He's doing a comic with The Rock. Yes. Do you smell what The Rock is cooking? Okay. Mario is cooking up in the kitchen with him.
Nice.
So yeah, Mario is doing some big things. So I'm very, very proud of him. Yes, I'm telling all your business. I'm sorry, Mario. No, I'm not. Because I'm proud of my friends when they're doing great things. We got to celebrate them. So
absolutely.
A rap submission platform. He said, yeah, the song I recorded for is with the 2 guys from Atlanta.
Okay. Yeah, because Rock.
Yeah,
oh, sorry.
Oh,
that's my big old mouth. Sorry.
We were talking about the Rocky Mountains.
A rock is just a formation of
the rock that you throw somebody's window
together.
Yes,
that's what we talking about. Yeah. Formation of water hitting the sand and it made this hard shell. See, the rock. All right.
There you go.
Get him in trouble.
Okay, my bad.
The Rock.
Sorry.
So Marlon commented, but he didn't comment on the actual show. He commented on like my post. He's like enjoying the show, sneaking in to say hi. Hi, Marlon.
Hey, Marlon.
Oh, hey,
Marlon. Marlon doing big things too out there in where he at?
In North Dakota.
North Dakota. I had to think of Fargo, North Dakota, on the news and stuff.
Not Fargo.
Fargo.
I didn't hear that. Believe me when it's time to talk about it. Everybody gonna know because you're gonna be on the show.
That part.
Yes, that part.
You're gonna be our guest talking about your big things you got going on, and that you're gonna include So Miss J and Michelle Lachey.
That part.
Take us with you, Mario. Okay, so we're gonna get into. Oh, hold on. He said something else. That pot. As Jordan says.
That
You
part.
know it.
Okay, so we are. Oh, I thought I had it up here, right? Oh yeah, I do. So I know on October 15th it was National Observation of Pregnancy and Infant Loss. It is still the month for it, and it's in like let's break the silence and spread awareness for it. And I know Michelle and I has experienced it. Miss J, not.
I have not personally, but I have had a friend who experienced the loss of her son at the age of 3 months, and I actually was with
Mm,
her when it happened, and it was on my birthday, so it was still very traumatizing
wow,
experience.
wow, that's hi,
Hey,
Wiz.
Wiz.
Couldn't go on without you. I wanted you on this. I wanted you here with us because I kind of thought we needed you on this part of the show.
Ooh, cause baby, we
I
finna
Yeah,
need
get
him here,
into.
so it's like
yeah. He
he
got big.
came
Wiz was
anyway.
Wiz was Wiz was he was busy this morning. He got big things going on, and so he could. I
Big
wanted him.
things popping.
I wanted him to
Hey,
co-host this morning with us, but yeah, he's doing big things, big things. I mean, I love knowing a lot of people that's doing big things, so that's great. But next week maybe. But Michelle, you want to go ahead and speak on your story, or
no,
no? You're
it's
not.
my turn.
It's your
I'll
turn.
go first since both of you
I know
guys
we
have
get
experienced it
turns.
personally.
I mean, I can get like some um history maybe of the day. I believe I was reading in like 1988. I forget which president had started the national observance of infant month. Let me see if I can. So it was the one president. I can't remember the president. I was reading it earlier that started this observance of infant pregnancy and infant loss month. It's the time for those who lost a child to miscarriage, stillbirth, SIDS, or other causes. Um, it said 1 in 4 pregnancies end in loss, and a lot of people don't speak about it, which is true. But mourning that loss every day can often require support. And so I know they celebrated by like doing a visual, a candlelight visual for it. And so yeah, so I didn't do the candlelight visual uh because I was in New York on my birthday. So I know that's like the day they kind of like honor it. But um yeah, I'm sorry. I overslept this morning. My body is tripping. We got you, Wiz. You can come in whenever you want. Um so yeah, so Jordan, you can go ahead and speak on it.
So I had a friend who carried her baby full term. She had him. We were actually at a friend's house for a birthday party on July 7th of 2013. Um, it was a backyard barbecue. We were all, just having a great time celebrating another friend whose birthday was July 4th. And I actually went in the house and lay down on the couch, and my friend's, she had laid her baby down. He had fell asleep. And next thing I remember is hearing a loud, piercing scream at the top of her lungs. And my heart just started racing because I did not know. Like, I assumed it was something with the baby, but at the moment I didn't know.
Mm,
And so once I got up, she literally was trying to resuscitate the baby, give him CPR. Another friend stepped in. We called the ambulance. At that point, my friend, she began walking down the street just like in disbelief as to what was going on. The baby was completely unresponsive. And so once the paramedics showed up, we're trying to convince her to get in the car. She didn't want to get in the car. I think it was just the initial shock of everything that was taking place up until this point. And so they took the baby in the ambulance. I can't remember exactly who rode with the baby in the ambulance, but we finally got her in the car. She rode with us. And once we get to the emergency room, we're all just sitting there waiting for the doctors to come out. And so once they came out, they said before they could even really get their entire sentence out, all she heard was unfortunately, and she lost it. As you can imagine, for me personally, try not to get emotional about it. It's hard because you grow a bond with this baby, even though he was not mine specifically, but just to see a child lifeless like that, to feel that pain and hurt that she was going through, there's no words you can say to a mother to comfort them when they have lost a child. So my heart goes out to both of y'all because you both have personally lost a child. And for me, I don't, that's one of the reasons why I have had a fear of having another child, because I don't want to experience something like that. And for a very long time, it took me a while to even hold an infant again and grow an attachment to infants because I was terrified of something traumatic happening like that again. Mm-hmm. So I commend my friend Anne very much because she has overcome this. It has been almost 8 years now. Well, it has been 8 years now since this has taken place, but I can just only imagine what she goes through every time that day comes around. So every year on my birthday, I wear the color white, or I try to incorporate the color white for baby Dante because he is an angel. Even though he passed on my birthday, I always celebrate his life. And that is one person who I take into consideration every day when I do something in life, because his life was cut short at 3 months. My friend Ann, she has, moved forward with her life, but I know it's very, very hard. She has had another child since then, and I commend her for that, because a lot of people, once they lose kids, it's hard for them to start over. It's hard for them to have that urge to want to be a mother again because it's so traumatizing. Mm-hmm. So I commend her. I thank her so much for allowing me to be a part of his life for those short 3 months. But he made such an impact on all of our lives. Everybody that was involved with him, involved with her throughout her pregnancy, afterwards, just everything. So, it's a lot to still process. I think as years have progressed, it's gotten a little bit easier to talk about it. But initially when it first happened, it was very hard. I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to think about it. Jade and I will release balloons on his birthday for him. And even on the day of my birthday, I still release balloons for him. I'll write a little message on there, asking him for him to continue watching over me and his mom. And then everybody else, all of his family, because we all loved him so much. So, like, when I say he was the sweetest baby, like barely even cried. He just, would cool and smile at you. He was the cutest little baby ever. So unfortunately, I only have like 1 or 2 pictures of me and him together, but we had a bond, we had a relationship, and it just was really unfortunate that the way things had played out. But like I've always told her, there's a reason and a season for everything in your life. And God put him in your life for a reason, to teach you something, whatever that message was. I don't know, but I know that it taught me how to really appreciate life and not take anyone or anything for granted. Oh, y'all got me emotional. Miss J, don't cry. But yeah, I mean, it was hard. It was very, very hard.
Understandably so. I have one of my best friends, my sister, she lost a baby, and Isis was 2 months. And so that was also my goddaughter. And it was just weird because that day we like all said I love you to her. That's what she said. She said that like that night everybody came in to say I love you and kiss her goodnight. And I remember going in there. This was in 95. I remember going in there, and normally I don't bother her when she was asleep, you know what I'm saying, because the baby sleep, you don't want to wake them up. And so I went, but that night I just wanted to tell her good night so bad. And I went in there and I told her good night, and I was just like, I love you. And then I left, and she called me that morning and told me that she passed. And similar thing, she went in to check on her baby, and she was blue in the face and just everything. And so I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that funeral and what she went through. And it was so crazy because I had another friend who lost his baby. I'm trying to think if that was right before or right after, but his son passed. His son fell in between the wall and the bed while he was asleep. and I guess he suffocated there, and it was probably so quiet and he didn't hear it. And yeah, I was really scared after that for a while because it was so devastating. Like you said, Michelle, it's just like you connect with these babies and such, and it was made me nervous to have a baby. Um, I know I have another friend who suffered with miscarriages and trying to get pregnant, and she had a stillborn baby, but that was much later. But even still, so when I got pregnant with James, I was really scared. I was really nervous. I just, oh my God, his first few months, I literally was on pins and needles every day, just checking to make sure he was still breathing. I was so scared, so scared. Um, so yeah, but I haven't really talked about it, but just a few people know. But I just recently had a miscarriage back in June, and I'm still dealing with it. I'm still dealing with it. Um, it was a very unexpected pregnancy, and I've struggled with the fact of whether or not I wanted it or not. And then the minute I accepted it, like, okay, I'm gonna have this baby. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be that old grandma at her baby high school graduation. I got this,
Mhm.
And but God always has the last say. So I don't know the reasons why he did it, or why he chose me for that short length of time, but I'm really trying not to cry here. Um, but I'm grateful for the little bit of time that I had. I still miss my baby. I would be about probably like about 32 weeks now. Um, so yeah, I still miss my baby. Sometimes I still rub my stomach looking for her because I feel like it was a girl. Um, I just got a tattoo in remembrance of her. Um, and I just don't know how some people do it, how they get back on the saddle and they go back and they do it again, because it's just a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's it's a lot. And so anybody who's done it more than once and had like several miscarriages or lost their baby, I don't know, I don't know about y'all just some strong people, because this thing really, really messes with me, and I find myself some days just like crying. I'm trying not to cry now. I
It's
find
okay,
my,
sure.
like you see people, when you share like that with a few people, like, okay, I'm pregnant, and especially people who pregnant at the same time. And then theirs keeps going and they have their babies. And while you're so happy for them, I'm so happy for everyone who's had their babies, who still have their babies. You just still feel a sense of, well, why me? I've only been pregnant twice. So I was really excited because, what I'm saying? My first pregnancy was James, and here it is 13 years later, I get pregnant again. So I'm like, it had to be a miracle. You see people who have babies and they just don't want nothing to do with them. And you got mothers out here who wish they had their babies, who wish they had their
Mhm.
babies, or only had their babies for a little while, and it's just not fair. So I think people don't realize how hurtful it is, and how hurtful it is to say to somebody, oh, well, at least you weren't that far along. Even the doctor told me that. She was like, well, I had a miscarriage, but I was like 20 weeks. Well, at least you weren't that far. What does length have to do with it? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
What does the amount of time that the baby was inside of me have to do with how much love I had for it? So, yeah. So I'm still pushing. I'm still praying. I'm still trying to pick myself up, because I do see my baby as an angel. my grandmother passed away in July of last year, and so we released balloons for her. But I made sure to write a note to my baby. But yeah, I still talk to her. I wrote a poem for baby, and just I don't know. It's a lot. So that's pretty much my story. I like I said, I commend anyone who has done this more than once. Those women who fight so hard just for that one. My heart is with you. I pray for you. I'm praying with you. I'm crying with you. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then those who have lost the baby at an early age, you know, from SIDS or just whatever. It's that here today, gone tomorrow. You have so many plans for that little bitty baby. You have plans for, you know, kindergarten, preschool, and high school, and it just doesn't seem fair. So my prayers and my thoughts are always with people who have lost a little one as well. So, but that's it. That's all, y'all. I'm done sniffling and snobbling. This is why I didn't wear foundation today. Thank you.
We love you, Shell. You are so strong and resilient.
Thank you. You too. Okay, Miss So. Pick up that face, honey. You too old to look like that.
Pick your head up.
Yeah, it's tough. Back in 2017, well, 2016 was the start. I was trying to have a son. You know, I got 3 daughters, so I was trying to have my son. I was in New York in March. I knew I was pregnant before I went, and but I was like bleeding here and there, and so small blood clots. And so I went to my doctor, and they was like, "Well, your I forget the name of it. It's like it's not at 0 yet, but it's low." And I'm like, he's like, yeah, and he's like, "So come back this week, whatever." I'm like, "Oh, I'm going on vacation. You know, I'm going to New York." He's like, "Okay, well, if you're in New York and you start having blood clots," he's like, "I want you to go to the emergency room." So I went to New York. You know, we, had a great time. Wasn't having no blood clots or anything. So I remember I was talking to my pastor, and I was telling him, I was pregnant and all this stuff. And so I told my friends I was pregnant, and I made my friend Christine, I'm like, "You want to be the godmom, And she's like, "Oh, okay, giving me a hug. And our flight had got canceled. We was on our way back, me and my friend Christina. And so we just got a hotel room because at first we were staying with my mom's cousin. And so I went to the bathroom and I just saw like clots. And so Christina said, "We gotta go to the hospital." And so we went to Mercy Hospital, and they was drawing my blood, but they couldn't really get the HCG level or whatever. And so when I got back home, me and the guy I was dating at the time went to my doctor, and they told me like, you had a miscarriage. They said the same thing to me, like, "Oh, well, it was early, whatever." But I was, of course, I was still sad because we was trying. And so, so he's like, "Well, when he wasn't in, now we can take that vacation to Miami, and you can get the tattoos you want. He's trying to like lighten me up." So I was still like, "Okay, well, I still want to try it." 34, 35. I want to try again. I want a boy for my son. So this time successful. I was pregnant. I was having really, really bad lower back problems. And every time I would go to the doctor or I would go to the emergency room, they would like, "Oh, you need a belly belt." They would check his heart rate or whatever. And I would then as I got further along, I would like feel him as I'm walking, like I can feel him, like he was really low. And so I was telling my doctor, like, I feel, can you take him out? I feel him. They told me I had gestational diabetes. And so she would measure my stomach all the time. And, my doctor, she was pretty careful. I'm going to give her that. But it's like sometimes you need to listen to your patient. I know you're going off your expertise, but your patient know their body. Your patient knows right. And you really need to listen to them. And then I'm telling you, like, I'm having these really bad back pains. He's really low. I can feel him when I'm walking. Like I can feel like his head or something between my thighs when I'm walking. He's really low. Even when I went to the OB, check my see if I'm dilated. She's like, oh, he's low, but you're not dilated yet, so we're not gonna do nothing. But he's low.
Mm.
So so I was supposed to get. I got a they checked. I had to go in for a stress test because I was gas station to make sure the baby wasn't stressed. So they supposed to do an ultrasound and check his heart rate. But they canceled the ultrasound for the following week, and so they checked his heart rate. She's like, "Baby, looks fine." And this the same day I had went to the doctor, and his heart rate was at like 100 and something, so he was good. The next day, no, let me fast forward. So basically, yeah. So the next day, he was, found out he was a boy. So of course I'm happy. I'm having my son. Got his, looking for a name, everything. Next day, I'll go to the stores with my sister. I don't feel nothing's wrong. I started to do my daughter's hair. I took a nap. I woke up from my nap. I started having these really bad lower back, like more like contractions at this point. So I called my mom. I was living in Park Forest, but my doctor was at South Suburban. I could have went to St. James, but I was like, no, I want to go to St. James. My doctor was at South Sub. It was snowing outside. I called my mom because my guy, he was all the way up north. And I'm like, can you come take me to the hospital? I think I'm in labor. So it's like everything was just stopping her. Like she got caught by a train. This and that. She was like, call 911. I said, no, they're gonna take me to St. James. I want to go to South Sub. I work there, so I know the doctor's there. That's where my doctor is, And so finally came and got me. Went to the hospital.
Take your time, so.
They put the monitor on. He was like, where did we have the monitor at yesterday? I was like, on this side. The heartbeat. We called the other nurse. And she's like, can you check it, baby? I'm not doing something right. They couldn't find a heartbeat, so they called the doctor in, and he put a little ultrasound monitor. And he said, I'm sorry, Mom. My mom was like, what do you mean? And so they called the person to come and do a big ultrasound. They didn't have a heartbeat. And so I'm like, can you save him? Like, can y'all take him out and do CPR? I saw babies come back to life. I saw people bring babies back to life. Like it haven't been 24 hours. Like he was just alive. Can y'all try? And so they brought me to maternity. And I had to deliver my son. I had to sleep at night, which why he was inside of me not breathing. And I asked the nurse and said, how come you all aren't doing anything? How come you all aren't giving me an emergency C-section to try to save him? And she's like, oh, well, because he have no heartbeat. If he had just a faint heartbeat, we'll take him out. But you can take him out and do CPR to give him a heartbeat. Like they didn't even try to do nothing. And so just to think about me crying in my baby shower because I was having my son, to be crying in the hospital because I can't take him home. Like I have no memory of his sound. No, I don't. He was holding my hand, like he was literally like holding my hand, and I was holding him. He had a bowel movement. I wanted to change his diaper, but I was so distraught I couldn't change his diaper. And it's just like, just knowing like every day that I don't have my son. And my nieces was pregnant around the same time they had their baby. Like in November, he was born in January. And my friend had her baby in February. And like she had her baby shower. I couldn't even go to her baby shower because I wasn't ready.
It's just too much.
And it was like I was sitting here thinking, like, how come they got to have babies and not sounding selfish, but and it's like people be like, don't question God. It's not questioning God, but you always gonna have that why. Like, what did I do wrong? I started to think about like getting mad at myself. Like, how come I didn't pay attention if I felt him move that morning? I wasn't paying attention. If I felt him, I don't remember if he was moving that morning or not. Like, I don't know. And so I'm mad at myself, like, why weren't you paying attention? And I know, like, I was doing like certain exercises to like kind of help him come out. I was 36 weeks. He was 5 pounds 6 ounces 19 inches. Like he was full. He was ready
It's
to
almost our
deliver.
time. Right.
So to go the whole pregnancy, and then knowing that the whole pregnancy, I can't. I have a full term pregnancy, and now I don't have a baby. And like my mom and my sister, they were saying like, oh, we was gonna go and we was gonna take all his stuff out the house. Like they took my keys, stuff. And I'm like, no, I would have went home and all his stuff was gone. I would have been mad. Like let me get rid of it when I'm ready.
Mm-hmm.
And my sister took the bag with his stuff, and I wanted, so the pictures he got, like it wasn't the outfit that I bought for him home in, and I wanted him in that outfit. But they ended up giving me like Ambien to go to sleep because I couldn't sleep that night. My sister was telling the nurse like, she's scared to go to sleep because I remember a girl who had a stillborn baby in her, and I guess some of the stuff, whatever was poison, that the baby was dead in her, and she ended up dying and got in her bloodstream. So I was scared to go to sleep. And the nurse was telling me, she's like, uh, she said, well, he haven't been dead that long, so it's not gonna happen to you. He's like, we'll get you some Ambien. And so they gave me Ambien to go to sleep. I had an epidural, which I felt the whole thing. And so the next morning, I went into labor, and I don't even remember because the Ambien was kicking in, and the epidural didn't work. I can remember the pain, and I don't even remember. I didn't even know who was in the room. I didn't know who delivered my baby. It wasn't my doctor. And I all I remember was seeing like a lot of blood on the bed. And the first Dr. Rossner came in, it was like, oh, you was talking about the arrhythmia of the heart. But then they was telling me that my uterus separated, my placenta separated from my uterus, and it was called what is it called? I forget the name of it. I forget. But it's just like I just felt like, how come y'all didn't catch it? And they were saying like that sometimes the blood could be hidden behind the uterus, so they couldn't see no bleeding. But if you just listen to me when I kept complaining about those back pains, if you just listen to me when
Mm-hmm.
I felt my baby, if you just did the ultrasound the day you were supposed to do it instead of rescheduling it, it was like things could have been prevented. If you just took him out that day when he didn't have a heartbeat, like I can still probably have brought my baby home. Like, so
Mm-hmm.
like y'all didn't try to do anything to like help. And then I regret. I'm like, maybe I should have went to to St. James because maybe they would have did more. But I trusted these people here because I worked with them. But it's like every day, like when I see like I'm so tight on my nieces and nephews. But it's almost like when I see them turn another age, they're 4, he would be 4, and I'm like, I would think like I wonder how Gavin would be, how he would look at this age. He would he act like this? How would he act? And it's like all I have is a bitch. And just the thoughts of when I was pregnant with him. And it's like on my memories on Facebook, like when they come up for my baby shower. And you can see me crying at my baby shower. Someone's like, why is she crying? And my niece is like, because she was happy she was having her son.
Oh, so. Well, I will say that I had those thoughts of what could have went differently, what could I have done more of, what I could have done less of. You know, I think about all of the activities that I was partaking in before I found out I was pregnant, um, and holding on to the what ifs. I am finding is what's keeping me in a certain state. Like, what if this would have happened? What if that would have happened? Um, because I don't even have an ultrasound picture or anything. My very first ultrasound, my baby wasn't growing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't have anything. The only pictures I have are the pictures I took of what came out of me when my miscarriage started at home.
Mm.
So I still have those pictures of the blood clots, and I think in some crazy way, I'm hoping that I can somehow see the baby, I guess you can say. Um, some people have ashes of those things, and I kind of wish I did, but I don't. Um, so yeah, I mean, there's so many different things that people have or don't have that contributes or whatever, but I definitely wish sometimes I had more than that. I do remember when it started. I remember everything, and sometimes I still feel it because I was at home. Of course, it was all, I guess you could say, natural.
Mm.
So I felt the contractions. It was like some of the worst pain I've ever had in my life, and I was very private about it. So it all happened in my room by myself.
Mm.
I didn't have anyone there. I mean, there was people in the house, but I had shut myself off from everybody, and I was just going through it alone. So I spent the whole night bleeding, and my mom thought I was on my period because I hadn't told him I was pregnant. And she was like, "Oh, girl, you had all that blood right there." And I literally laid there and like stared at the blood for hours because I knew it was from my baby.
Mm.
And then I couldn't clean it up until the next day because it was my baby. And yeah, and I ended up bleeding heavily for way too long, and I ended up in the hospital. And I don't think my birthday will ever be the same, like you said, Miss Shay, because I was in the hospital the day before my birthday, and I stayed overnight and left on my birthday. And I still had like a blood clot in me that wouldn't let my cervix close, so I bled real heavy, and I was practically bleeding to death. So,
Mm.
and well, not practically, I was, and I didn't realize it, and it was just so final, like you said, so just to go through all of that and to go through like it was an actual delivery, you know what I'm saying? And to go through all of that and to be in a hospital and to come back with nothing and to have that healing process of having a baby,
Yeah,
but not
it's
having their baby.
it's
So
to go home to a closet full of clothes and
yeah.
went walked swings and like everything, and I would just go in my closet, walk in my closet, and I would just stand there, and I was just his clothes was on this side, and I made his side, that was his side of the closet, and I would look, and I would just go through his clothes and be like, man, because I already knew how I wanted to dress him, like I already had his fashion already together, and
How did you want Gavin to be? What you want him to be?
oh
What kind of swag was he gonna have?
yeah, season, it was winter time, so we already had them little sweaters for him that button over, and the little had like a little white long john like looking shirt, and he was gonna dress like his daddy basically, and it's like, so we I had a memorial for him. I got him cremated. So the day we was able to pick up his ashes, it was hard for me to even sign the papers. One thing they did do, they let me keep him. I kept him for 12 hours. And the blessing part of it was that he didn't look dead. The whole 12 hours, he wasn't purple. He looked like he was just sleeping in my arms.
Sleep.
My
Mm.
sisters, my cousins, my mom, they all was there, and we were all holding him. Except one thing I do regret though is that I didn't let my girls come. I didn't let my daughters come. And they
Mm.
wanted to come, but I just didn't want them to see it, and I regret it because I said I wish I would have let them like see him and hold him. So that's like a regret, like forever, that I didn't let them come.
But you were being a mom, and
That's what I was gonna say. You was being a mom.
and you know how it affected you, and you don't want your babies to hurt. But Yeah, we don't realize sometimes how much everybody else is so hurt around
Yeah.
it as well. So,
Yeah.
uh,
She can't even look at ultrasounds anymore. She didn't even want to. You see, she's not on the show because she said she didn't want to watch the show. Um, is it was it was the fact that like my dad was like, man, like that was my grandson that I was going to take fishing because my other ones don't want to go fishing, and I was kind of looking forward to him, and we all were, just it's just the fact that, and then people was like, oh, like I was supposed to get my tubes tied right after him after I had him, and my doctor, I guess she called and told him like, don't do it because she wanted to see me first. But of course, I couldn't go to her office. I didn't go see her after 6 weeks. I didn't go to her for like I don't know how long. And when we went to go see her, she was telling me, she's like, oh, I did not want to see you, and I was like, yeah, well, I guess she had some guilt. Um, and I was like, yeah, well, it was hard for me to come in here too. And so she was like talking to us, and she's like, oh, are you gonna, just do the birth control, blah blah blah. You never know. I said, how will you? I would never try to get pregnant again because first I
Mm,
had a miscarriage, and then it'd be so stressful for me to know that I can go a full term pregnancy and not bring my baby home. Why would I
mhm,
do that? Like I was stressed out the entire pregnancy. Uh,
mhm,
and so when I called, I think a couple months later to make another appointment with her, they had told me that she had left. She quit. I honestly think she quit because she had guilt with what was going on with me. And it was like she wasn't even there to deliver my baby. It was her associate that came to deliver her, deliver him. And what makes me mad is the fact that you had me push him out. And the whole time
mm,
I'm in labor and I'm like crying, like, God, please just make a miracle. Like, please let him, give him his heartbeat. Please, Lord, just let him come out with a heartbeat. Just let me hear him crying when he come out. The whole time, like, even though I'm like on this Ambien and I don't really know what's going on, though I'm like praying, like, please just give him a heartbeat. Give him back his heartbeat. So when he come out, I can hear him cry. Just give him his heartbeat, please. And it's like, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Like, even when I was holding him, I was just praying, like, God, please just let him start breathing. Please let him start breathing. And I just want to see the color of his eyes. Like, I wanted to see his eyes open. So she opened one of his eyelids so I can see his eyes. It's like one thing that I just wish, like, when you say, like, that your friends lost their babies at 2 and 3 months. I almost wish that would have happened so I can have a memory of like movement, of like crying, so I can remember how he sound, remember how he looked with his eyes open, remember the smile. I don't get that. I didn't get that. I don't know how he would look when he smiled or with his eyes open, or I don't know how you sound when he cried. I didn't get that. Like, I just wish I could have just got that. And so that eats me up a lot because I don't, all I have is just
yeah.
ultrasound pictures and ashes.
And I think everyone who has experienced loss looks at someone else and says, I wish I had, because I wish I had ashes. I wish I had ultrasound pictures. I wish I was able to hold my baby even for 1 minute. I wish I could have seen what she looked like, what her toes look like. Was she gonna look like me or her daddy? Like right after I had the miscarriage, my goddaughter has a baby who I love so much. I've seen her on here.
mm,
And my son picked her up, and all I could think was, like, I can't even give him a sibling. And I just felt so bad, like, I can't even do that. So I think we all wish that we have something else.
Yeah.
And I think even those who have lost it at a few months, they might wish that it happened sooner.
Right.
That
So
they
they
didn't
wouldn't have
have
that.
the
Yeah.
right, that they didn't
mm,
have the pictures, that we all wish for something else. So I don't know how that weighs on you, friend, but I know for me it weighs on me, and I know one thing I have to do is to let that go and release that and understand my story is my story for whatever reason. And for
mhm,
whatever reason, you know, God gave you the amount of time with Gavin that even though you don't feel like it, that you need it, or what he felt like you needed. You know what I'm saying? So I just know that that weighs a lot on me about what the things that I wish I had. I wish I had. I wish I had. You know, I'm in a support group on Facebook, and these women are like, "Oh, all I have is I had the miscarriage and they did the DNC, and then I have genetic testing, and I know what the sex is, and that's all I got." I'm like, I wish I could have that.
That much, right?
The sex of my baby is in the sewer. You know, so we all have what ifs and I wish and everything. So
One thing I didn't do was join a support group. People was telling me I should. I have friends. It's amazing when you go through it. You find out how many people. Like I didn't know some of my friends had stillborns, and and so I would talk to them. I had one friend. She had stillborns. They was twins, but she was just I would forever like love her because she was just there. Like she was just constantly there, constantly checking on me. Wanted to say I'll come over and cook for you. And things like that. And my pastor and my first lady, like in the hospital, my first lady massaged rubbing my back, and my pastor, we christened him, even though he was gone. We christened him. Just make sure, and so it's like, just I had that support of people when it took me a while to go back to church because I knew if I went to church I was gonna cry. And I told my pastor, I said, I just don't want to cry. He's like, you just gotta come back. And so I went to church, and he had me come up, and he had all the women in the church come and like hug me, and it's just like I just broke down crying. And I was like, I told you I didn't want to cry, like I didn't want to go to church. That's why I didn't go back to the doctor right away, because I know like every moment, I cry, and even though some days are good, like when I got my dog and I named, Gabbo, and pet therapy is real, for real. Like he feels a void in my heart. Of course, he don't take that place, but he feels a void,
Right.
and he's like my baby, and I treat him like my baby. And but I still have my moments where sometimes, even when I feel like I didn't think about Gavin, I feel bad. Like, oh, I didn't think about him. I didn't think about him today, and and I feel bad. And so, but then when I start to think about him, I start to get sad, and I start, like, here it is again, it's the woe me's, the whys, the hows,
Mm-hmm.
the what else, the should ups, the, you know, how he would be every year, like every January 5th. That's the day he was born. The day January 4th was the day that his heart stopped. January 5th was the day I delivered. And so it's like in that time around like December, even around this time, I start to get in a certain space.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a good space. And it's like because I know that day is coming.
Mm. I
And
think naturally as humans, we just live with that guilt and we question what could have we done different. Because even though I didn't experience my own child or losing my own child, I still to this day question if I would have slept with him in my arms, would he have been okay? You know what I'm saying? If I would have tried to give him CPR, would he had survived? If we would have called the ambulance a little bit earlier, I don't know. It's a lot of those questions that go through our minds, and we try to figure out what we could have done instead of accepting the situation for what it is. And it's hard because it's like when for you, Sophia, you've carried a child full term. Michelle, you already said, you were battling trying to figure out if you wanted to keep this baby or not. So once you came to acceptance with it, now it's like you don't have that baby anymore. So and you're always questioning what could have gone differently, what could have been done differently to change the outcome of this situation. And unfortunately, we have no answers. Unfortunately, there's nothing we could have done because the damage is already done. It's just really up to us, I feel like, to somehow heal from it, make sense from it, share our stories so that it can help other women. Because like you said, so there's so many women that experience infant loss, whether it's a miscarriage, whether it's SIDS, whether it's stillborn, whatever the case may be. There's so many women who don't talk about this and have experienced it, and they're affected by it. So by us opening up and talking about it, I think it will help so many other women who didn't realize the strength that they had to move on from this. I mean, of course, we'll never forget about it. It has affected us tremendously for the rest of our lives. And I think eventually you come to somewhat terms of it and you accept it a little bit more, but it still hurts. The sting still is there. It doesn't go away.
Yeah.
And it's just hard because, like I said, for me personally, I want another kid, but I'm scared. I'm honestly, I'm really scared of something like this happening to me. Um, as I get older in age, people always, and that's the thing too, we gotta normalize, stop asking women, when you gonna have another baby? Are you, things like that. You gotta stop doing that
Right.
because you don't know what that woman has experienced or gone through.
Absolutely.
And that hurts a little bit more because now you have to explain this trauma or explain this situation to somebody. And sometimes you're not in that space to talk about that. So we as women, just people in general, have to stop trying to force motherhood upon women, period. Because once you force it upon them, you don't know what they have gone through and what has happened to them.
Exactly. Or if they even want that though.
That too.
Exactly.
That too.
And then that's just it's like people bully people into wanting it. I feel like I'm bullied into wanting another one. People like, well, you could try again. Oh no, I don't want to.
They don't realize that age play a factor and that
Yeah.
the older we are, the more high risk we are. I was 35. Like I had things that I didn't have when I was in my 20s pregnant. I was, I had the swollen feet, the swollen calves. I couldn't drive because my back was killing me. Like I didn't only gain 7 pounds during my pregnancy. All my weight came after the pregnancy. Like I didn't have an appetite. I could only eat like a spoonful of food, but I had cravings for sweets. Like it was totally different from when I was in my 20s and when I was 18 when I got pregnant with my first daughter from being 35, 34, 35. So like the older you are, you have more. I was gestational. I never had gestational diabetes before when I was pregnant. So it's a lot of risk that comes when you're older and you're pregnant. That's why you consider geriatric.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
which I'm not geriatric world. Want to throw that out there.
Yeah, so so to say to ask a woman in her 40s or mid 30s, late 30s, and when you gonna have another one? You only got one. Well, maybe I only wanted one, or maybe I tried and it wasn't successful. Like
it didn't work, right?
It's my business. If you see me pregnant, then you see when I'm gonna have another one. If you don't see me pregnant, then you won't see when I have another one. Like, don't ask me. I don't want to talk about it. I don't have to explain anything to you. It's my business. Whether you family, friends, whatever, just don't ask me that question. And a lot of people, like I said, was asking me, like, "Oh, are you gonna try again? Do you want another one?" Like, why? Let me get over this one.
What has happened, right?
Well, yeah, and then the fact that if you know what happened, why would you even think that I would want to try again? You don't. Some people don't even know that I had a miscarriage a few months before I even got pregnant with Gavin. Like it was just a few months before, like 2 months, I had a miscarriage, and then 2 months later, I got pregnant again. Yeah. So some people don't even know about that miscarriage. So you really think I have a miscarriage, then I have a stillborn? You really think I'm gonna go back and try again to suffer?
And you can only imagine what that does to your body.
Exactly, your body, your mind. Like it's tragic. I lost 2 babies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's like it's just.
But that's the whole thing too. Like a lot of times people, they're so invasive, just period, in your own personal life on what it is that you should do. Even if you be like, well, when you gonna get married and have baby? Like, how do you know that this is what somebody wants for their life? And by you putting this on them, your stipulations of what you feel like their life should be, you don't know what type of pressure you're putting on their psyche. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And so you have a woman who might have felt okay with not having children, and by you putting on there when you gonna do it, now you're knocking her down and make her feel like she's less than a woman because she hasn't had a child. Or like you said, how many people have had miscarriages and people like, well, when you gonna have a baby? And you don't know that she's tried 5 times and she's had a miscarriage 5 times, and you're making her feel like less than a person because she has been unsuccessful at carrying a baby to full terms. She's already probably beating herself up on the inside and feeling like she's a failure and she can't do it, or she's less than a woman and such. But here we are, like, putting our ideals on someone else. And people really need to be more conscious about that. Like, we got to stop putting our ideals on other people and forcing people to do what it is that we would do. You know,
Yeah.
like I said, I got an IUD. You want to get your tubes tied. Your doctor said no. That's not fair because that's what you decided you want
Exactly.
to.
And I
Right.
sent consent and everything. She was like, take this paper in just in case they try to say you can't do it. Bring the paper with you to show that you signed it and that you're supposed to do it. But at the time, like I'm distraught. I'm not thinking about the paper. I don't have the paper with me. I thought my doctor was gonna deliver my baby, so she already knew about the tubes and tied and everything. But and it's like for you to say that, and now here I am. I don't have my tubes tied, so God forbid I meet somebody and we whatever be super intimate and unprotected,
Right.
and then I get pregnant, and so it's like I it's crazy, but
Yeah.
I don't know, but I just pray to God that don't ever happen to me again. That don't happen to nobody in my family. Like we were saying, like wow, this never happened. So this happened. My auntie, when just had a stillborn before she had my first. My cousin, her oldest, that was like years ago. But we would never think like this would happen. In our family that somebody would lose a kid, you know, or whatever. And so it was hard. But I just pray that it don't happen to nobody else in our family. And I know we had like some miscarriages or whatever, and that was hard to know about. But to have like it's just crazy. I probably would have rather the miscarriage. I'm not even gonna lie, because I wouldn't have fell in so much in love with something growing inside of me for this long and naming it, and what I'm saying, doing everything
Having a baby shower, going through all the steps.
and
Yeah.
everything. Like I was okay. Had the miscarriage first. I was crying. I was, whatever. But then it was like, okay, well I'm good. I'm okay. We can try again. But I would rather had been 2 months or a month or even not even a month, 2 weeks, and
Yeah.
lost it than to
Mm,
have to go 36 weeks and lose it. Yeah,
yeah.
it's
I mean,
crazy.
I was probably about 14 weeks.
Mm,
Um, I don't know. I think, like I said before, we all want what we didn't get.
exactly.
Um, so I don't know, Sophia, as much as I love my little bambino,
Of course.
um,
It would be.
I don't know, right?
Mhm.
I don't know if it would have made a difference if it was 14 weeks or 36 weeks. I think the hurt, this is just my opinion though, I think the hurt will still hurt.
Mhm.
Whether you had a shower or not, whether you have, ultrasound pictures or not, it's still a loss. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And I just don't want you to downplay it and think that, oh, if it was less, it would have hurt
I'm
less.
I'm not downplaying. I'm just saying how
No,
I know I would feel
yeah,
if
no, and I mean
you know.
downplaying it like in a negative way, but I don't want you to think that like what you like you would probably it would be easier to deal with. But I think you have such a big heart and you love so hard that I don't think you should focus on I wish it would have happened this way. And I think you should just focus on the love that you felt for your baby, because I don't want you to
Mhm.
continue to beat yourself up over the what ifs or the this and the that. You know, I personally myself feel like God gave you a special gift of just having that moment. But that's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want you to think that, it will probably hurt less if it didn't happen as much. I just think you love so hard and so well that you would have loved your baby just as much at 2 weeks. Because think about you just had your miscarriage and you love that baby too. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Whether it was just a little bit, it hurts just as much as Gavin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah, but I put it. It's like when you name something, it's like I don't know. It's just
it makes
like
it more
you
real.
find a pet and you don't name it, but then when you name it, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
it makes it real. And like
yeah,
yeah, I was hurt over my miscarriage. Oh, and I probably would still be hurt, but I don't think I would be this hurt. You know what I'm saying? Because I was ready.
Mhm.
He was coming.
You prepared, right?
He had a name. He had clothes in my closet, and it was like I would be hurt, but I think this hurt was like almost like losing a child that was on earth. Hurt.
Well, you did lose a child, baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, if it was like, I don't know. Then
Yeah,
it's
I know what you're trying to convey, but you know, I just know that we as women we like to compare to almost justify the amount of pain that we're going through when there's no justification needed, there's no
yeah,
comparison needed. It is what it is, honey. You feel how you feel. You know what
right.
I'm saying? You
Mm-hmm.
don't have to justify it per se. You know, um, why this is more or why this feels more. I'm just giving my opinion.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I just don't want you to yeah. Maybe I'm more so talking to yourself while I'm talking to me while I'm talking to you. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what I was gonna say. Sometimes it's a little bit easier to talk through it with other women
Yeah,
who've experienced this. It makes it a little bit easier for you.
and that's
Yeah.
the thing.
I
Like
commend
I
both of
didn't.
y'all because y'all are so strong. Like I could never even imagine what y'all go through on a daily basis, what you guys went through during those moments. Like those are very traumatizing events to go through. And to never be able to see your child again or hold your child again or even allow your child to grow full term to hold her. So but just know that y'all both have angels who are guiding y'all and being your guardian angels
Yeah.
for the rest of y'all lives, who are with y'all every single day.
Yeah.
Chill, but what you had named your daughter?
Her name was her name is Gray Emma Lee Harris. So
Gray, like GRE.
Grey because it's after Greg. So either whether it was a girl or boy, it was going to be Gray.
Right.
So it was going to be Gray if it was a girl. If it was a boy, it was going to be. It might have still been Gray, but it would have been like Grayson.
Like
Mm.
The
Grace.
middle name would have changed. The middle name is Emma. Well, James came up with Emily when I told him that I was pregnant. And he's like,
So, like Emma, like Lee, L-E.
So Emma is my grandmother's name because I found out after the world of the internet, and combined with my Flow app, when everything went down, I discovered that I should have been due around January 1st, which is my grandmother's birthday.
Wow.
Wow.
So I was super excited. So, which is why I didn't tell my family because I wanted to surprise them with that ultrasound picture and be like, surprise, guess who's coming on the first of the year?
Mm-hmm.
And that didn't happen. So, yeah, I would have been due January the 1st. And so that's the Emma. It's my grandma. And then Lee. So, like I said, James said Emily. So I'm like, Lee is a family name. Like my grandfather's name is Levi. So we got some Levi's and some Lee Tishas and Lee Aisha. So like a Lee is a common name. There's
There's a Lee.
my cousin Lee, my auntie Lee, my great auntie Lee. So Lee is my uncle name is Leeville. So it's like, okay, that's
So
dope.
y'all got all different forms of it.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, Emma Lee. So yeah, that was that.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And then Harris, of course, is Greg's last name. So
I
yeah.
I predicted my due date. So he was due January 29th. And so I told Billy, I said, I'm gonna have him. I said he's gonna come out January 3rd or whatever. But we both predicted it. So no, I was like, he's gonna come out. I said I'm gonna have him on the 4th. And Billy was like, no, let's have him on the 6th because that's Donald's birthday. That's his brother's birthday. And his brother passed away the year before. And Billy's like, we're gonna have him on the 6th on Donald's birthday. I said, okay, well, let's do it in the middle. Let's do the 5th or whatever. And he's like, all right, we're gonna have him on the 5th. Like we were literally talking like,
So y'all gonna plan this day. You gonna be
Y'all
born
played
on
it
the
out,
5th,
right?
And sure enough, I went in labor on the 4th, and I had him on the 5th. And so it was
Wow.
like we literally talked about and planned his date without even knowing like how it was really going to happen because he wasn't due till the 29th.
Oh my God. Sidebar. James Daddy, my baby daddy, who knew nothing about my pregnancy while I was pregnant. He was on the phone with somebody and he was like, yeah, I got a baby coming, woo, woo, woo. And they asked him when was the baby due, and he's like August 15th. I'm looking at him like, sir, first of all, my due date is August 22nd. If my baby wasn't born on August 15th.
See?
Wow.
That knowing power. He a Libra.
That's crazy.
Yes.
James father a Libra.
He said what?
Is James father a Libra?
No, his birthday, he's a Taurus, I think. He March 17th. Instead of Taurus.
Yeah, that's Pisces.
Pisces. Okay. Yeah.
Or
I
is
know
it?
one of those. No, yeah, Pisces. Because
Yeah,
Taurus is
Pisces.
like April, May.
Yep.
Taurus is April, May. So yes, he's a
I
Pisces.
just felt like we had that knowing power because we was Libras.
Yeah, so I'm straight.
So in this Libra stuff, okay?
Let me tell you, Libras are irritating, okay? Not you, so you my
Really?
friend. You the only
Look, she
Libra
had to
I
clear
can
that one up.
Yeah, okay.
You the only Libra I can tolerate. Okay.
Seriously.
Because the rest of them.
Libras, I actually get along with Libras.
Well, Libras get along with everybody. We are like the coolest people to hang with, even with each other. I don't know a Libra that I don't like. I probably would never date another Libra. Maybe here and there, maybe not. But as far as boyfriend wise, Libras not the best boyfriends, but friend wise, Libras are great friends. Like we get along so well.
I had a boyfriend who was a Libra.
Thank you, Dale.
Thank you, Dale. Yeah, I had a boyfriend who was a Libra, and he was really kind. I mean, he had his ups and downs, but he was kind.
They fun.
We definitely had loads of fun, and he definitely showed me what love was. That Libra showed me what you said.
Jill didn't see what you said.
Dale Libras are.
No, not this one.
The few that I know, they are.
So
right about that.
Libras are sneaky people. So
you said sneaky links.
We're sneaky links.
Sneaky people.
Yes. Libras are very sneaky.
That's Leos too.
Yeah, Leos too. Us Cancers are too. I ain't gonna lie, I can be very sneaky.
Leos not that sneaky. Leos they not good at it. Being sneaky.
Yeah.
They
get caught up too easily.
They not that good at being sneaky. Like they need help.
Yeah, no, let me not bust my. Ain't nobody listening. I'm sneaky. I really.
Me too, sis. Me too,
baby.
We gotta cut this part out.
Okay.
We're live. We can't go.
Let me tell you. You know, it's an art to it. It's an art to it.
It is.
And let me say, anybody who want to be sneaky, don't be so sneaky, and that's how you get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
You said what?
Do you?
I said pretty much just be yourself and
just do you. Boo.
If being sneaky gets you caught up, right? Just be yourself.
Just make sure you got all your ducks in a row prior to, and then you just execute flawlessly.
I mean,
and you good.
And people don't realize how far honesty goes. So.
Watch our YouTube how to be sneaky tutorials.
How to be sneaky 101.
Y'all please subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes, please subscribe to our YouTube page, guys. Please.
So we can get about the page, and we should be forgetting about that page. And, you know,
what the
YouTube. I mean, trying to run all these pages, and
we gonna get it.
Jordan running an Instagram page because I wouldn't even know how to even fathom that into my social media life.
Okay, and I finally figured out how to work TikTok, how to make real TikTok videos this past weekend.
Oh,
yeah,
baby. I am going to be the TikTok queen. Give me about 2 more weeks to get comfortable with it.
I know how to do
but I'm definitely
TikTok.
I think so. You got a couple of TikTok pages.
Well, I made my one, the Lenise Cialis, my business page. So I think it's the Lenise Cialis.
I did see that one.
1981 or something like that.
I'm gonna look and see, but I think I'm following you. But I figured out how to do it.
I got one with me and my son, and it's the Gordon family. So I want one for myself where I'm TikToking.
But yeah, I gotta get more active on I just gotta
I have this thing about releasing my energy into the world. And so like I have this battle with social media where it's like I'm like when I'm in there, I'm in there. I'm in there, I'm sharing, I'm happy, I'm woo. And then it's like I don't want to give myself to people. And so I will definitely not say nothing on social media or just drop a little something here. I might drop a picture of my new hairstyle or something. Just be like,
That's it. Something simple. And see, that's the hard thing for me with social media. I'm a very private person. So for me to be putting my personal life out there and doing it on a consistent basis, that has been a struggle for me. But in order to build up your profile and, to
Yeah.
really get people
Mhm.
to really follow you and want to be engaged with your content, you have to do it often. Like, even with my TikTok, or not my TikTok, but my Instagram and Facebook's being hacked a couple of months ago, like, that was even more reason why I was like, I don't want to put nothing else out there.
Mhm.
Luckily, I didn't have anything incriminating on my pages or in my inboxes. But I mean, it might have been a couple of pictures that people would send it to me, but I didn't send nothing. So I was good on that part. However, it is hard putting yourself out there, especially when you're a very private person. Like, social media is like very, it just, I don't even know. It's very invading. I feel
it's
like it
very,
invades your privacy.
very
Like,
invasive.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't. It's a lot. It's a
It's
lot.
very
It's
invasive.
hard.
It's very invasive. And then it's people expect you to share so much, and it's like I don't know. That's the part that gets me. It's like any event that happens. Well, why didn't you put it on social media? And it's like not everything belongs on social media.
Hmm.
Or and then I had to stop myself because I find myself thinking like that. Oh, if it ain't posted on social media,
Then it
it
didn't
ain't
happen.
real.
Right.
You
Hmm.
my man. Well, why ain't on your Facebook page? But now
No,
it's
I
like
like the fact that the guys I didn't have Facebook or social media because I
yeah,
don't have time for girls in the inboxes or you know what I'm saying or I'm wondering if you who you inboxing. I dated people who had social medias and it was like the inbox was it was 1 o'clock in the morning and I hear a tink and then you messaging somebody like I don't got time for that. So I like the guys that don't if they do have it they're not active or if they just don't have social media at all. I like
well,
that. I don't gotta be on your page because I won't really post you on mine anyway. So
That part.
and people
yeah,
like, oh, you don't post it. Yes, they say it ain't real. Yes, it's real because I don't need to. I'm posting it. I've seen people post a husband, then a fiance, then a boyfriend, then another boyfriend, then a new fiance, and it's like, why you keep posting all these people? You know what I'm saying? Like stop because then people start then you get mad when people inboxing you
And
about
question you.
what's going on but I
Hmm.
know it's your business it's your page but you posting it out
But you
there
put
because
us in
now
it.
you put us
right.
in
I,
it.
I
That's
oh,
the
that
thing
be the
it's
number
our
one thing
relationships
that trip
now
me out. People
it's our
post all their
relationships
life and they be like, "Y'all stay out of my business, ma'am. You put
You
me in
put
your
it out there
business.
for us. So
I
now
need
it's
to know
our
what happened
business.
after chapter 12. Thank you."
exactly
I think
right
that was my thing too, because last summer I got engaged and then literally the engagement lasted for 2 months. We had been together on and off for 7 years in total, but it was hard for me to talk about that because it was embarrassing. After I posted this video announcing the engagement, then it ended abruptly over some bull, if you really want me to be transparent. So I'm embarrassed because I felt like, to a certain extent, one of my friends told me the other day I'm a hopeless romantic, and that might be true.
yeah I am
Despite
Ain't nothing
everything else
wrong with
I've
that.
experienced, exactly.
I
I'm
am
still optimistic. I still believe there's still love out there for me. It's
Mhm.
just the wrong people I've come
yeah
across. The right person has not approached me yet. But it was hard because, in addition to the breakup, I was dealing with a million other things in my life. And
Mhm.
so I haven't been fully transparent on social media, but I have announced that we did break up, things like that. But it's hard when, like y'all said, you constantly posting multiple different people, then people gonna start questioning, well, what you got going on, what's wrong with you, you know what I'm
right
saying? Like, I don't want to go into
do
that
you
full
give
detail.
yourself
So
the
that's
space do you how you know what I'm saying like how do you go from being happily married last week posting your husband then
Because
a week
people
two
are
weeks
phony.
later 2 weeks later you post a
say
fiance
that again, Shell, because people is what?
Phony.
That part.
right so it's
Phony.
like don't post it so I don't know I might have post Jay probably like maybe on Sweetest Day or like on his birthday, or maybe if I'm out and I'm alive or something, or I'm out and we taking a selfie or something, but it's like random. It's like very random. You probably forget I even had who I was with because like it would have been it's so random when I used to post or whatever. But it's like but it's none of your business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't need to see who I'm with. You don't need to know if I'm with somebody. My page is always going to say I'm in a relationship, even when I'm not in a relationship right now. But my
But that
page
don't even
always
matter.
gonna say I'm in a relationship because when I remember the first time, once before I took myself switch that I was single, I had so many people in my inbox.
Yeah,
Like,
it's annoying.
yeah.
Stop doing that.
So now I keep my page as in a relationship because I don't all you need to know or think is that
But people don't even respect that.
I was
So
just gonna say
they don't respect that, but it's not as massive as when I was single. You know what I'm saying? But if people don't need to know when I'm single in a relationship, whatever, that's my business. So
I guess people don't believe me when I say I'm in a relationship because they like,
what's up?
what
So?
up, shawty? Sorry, I have someone. You ain't got nothing to do with me.
That's just ignorant.
Yeah, I don't know. I even think like even once I got engaged, it was more people sliding in my DM, and I'm like, you see, I'm in a whole relationship. Like I'm not even gonna lie, I wasn't posting my fiance like that prior to because me and him had such a rocky past. Anyways, I didn't want to be embarrassed because then if somebody else approached me, I want to be fully available for this person.
Right.
And my rule is if it ain't no ring on my finger, you ain't going on my gram. Like Cardi B said.
Hello, you are single until you get
You're not
married.
gonna that part. So until we have made some type of commitment, like I will post little stuff of him like on my Snapchat here and there. But once we got engaged, I was, oh yeah, this my man. I'm posting him all on my page. So once that happened, when we broke up, I was like, you're coming down. You won't be up here no more. It's time to go. And honestly, that's part of the reason why I'm actually kind of happy. I won't say happy, but my Instagram getting hacked kind of was that fresh new start that I needed to let go of those memories. Because even though he wasn't posting on my page anymore, I had archived those posts. So I could always go back and look at those posts and see those memories. And I was like, girl, just let it go. It ain't even worth it no more. Move on with your life. So, sometimes we all need that extra little push because sometimes we're not ready to fully let go of the past and those certain things. So now that I have been able to, y'all see a rose growing from the concrete and flourishing. Hey. Don't play with me, okay?
Okay.
It's the glow up for me, okay? It's we just all need that sometimes.
Miss J be going all the time on her social media. She be like, first day of work, head. I'm like, okay, first of all, she got the Becky curls. Talking about first day of work. I'm like, get it, son. Get it, girl.
Girl, and honestly, I know this is kind of off subject and off topic, but for a while, when you're in a relationship, and I know we all kind of talked about this in the past, but like when you're in a relationship, you want your significant other to compliment you. You want them to tell you look nice and things like that. I did not get that from my last relationship. So once I became single again, and I was getting a lot of people attracted to me and giving me compliments, it was hard for me to accept those compliments. And it's still sometimes a little hard for me to accept them, but I've gotten better with accepting them. It's like, oh, thank you. You think I'm cute? Like I sometimes got to talk to myself and gas myself up to rebuild up that self-esteem, because when you're used to somebody not complimenting you and supporting you in that aspect, it makes you question yourself.
Absolutely.
And so now that I have regained a little bit more of my self-esteem and rebuilt myself, can't nobody tell me, can't nobody do me, treat me, talk to me no type of way. Okay, you gonna have to put some respect on my name when you're talking to me, because if you can't, you gotta go. Everything, my name, my life, everything that I do, if you're not supporting me, you're not being respectful towards me, I don't want no part of it. You got to go out the door. So yeah, that's for any woman that's struggling, that's with your self-esteem, with being emotionally available, with accepting compliments, all of that stuff. All of that plays a role in your psyche, and it really takes a toll on you. So if you're struggling with it, boo, you did okay, sugar, honey, iced tea, and don't let nobody tell you different, okay?
Yes, absolutely. I had to say that to Bars, like talk to him about that. Like he like, I mean, not to be saying my personal business, but I mean, that's one thing an argument. He like, oh, well, you got other people telling you. I don't care who's telling me that. It doesn't matter who's telling me, calling me beautiful. I can have 20 guys on this side of me telling me I'm beautiful, but it's not the same as my man telling me that.
That part.
You know, and it's like you gonna let the wrong one call me beautiful too many times, and I'm gonna be like, well, okay.
What's your name?
You see something in me that he don't see in me.
That part.
Maybe I need to see what you see. I need to go over here and see what you about, because you see something. Well, you can't stop telling me how beautiful I am. You know what I'm saying? This mug ain't tell me I was beautiful at all. So
And
he
it
gonna
goes
go over
both
here where the
ways
compliments
too.
are.
Yeah, it goes
I
both
think
ways
until they
too.
stop, but then I'm gonna have to go elsewhere. If maybe they won't
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah.
Maybe they won't. Maybe
That
they won't
part.
stop. Maybe it's that beautiful is he telling you you're beautiful. Maybe that was God. That's God sending you to him. He want a guy like keep going, keep telling her till she get it, till she
Even
get
on
it.
my worst days, I need
Right.
to know I'm the best looking
Exactly.
woman in the room.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Okay.
I
Because
want
with
you to
my hair
meet
sticking up on the
me on
top of
my
my
worst day
head.
so you can know what you're gonna get.
Exactly.
So
Girl.
Now that's one thing I can't say about my ratchet baby daddy, okay? Honey, I could have been looking like dirt. That man would have been, come here, baby. I mean, ooh, child. My hey, used to make me feel so wanted and unwanted at the same time. It was the weirdest
Exactly.
combination
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
Like, because I don't care what I look like. Like you said, on my worst day, he still was like, dang, baby mama. Like, okay.
Hey, baby Danny. Look.
Right.
Hey, baby
Okay.
Danny.
And then he do something stupid. You be like, damn, baby daddy.
This is why. Right. This is why this ain't work.
Thank you. Thank you for reminding me.
What I
Okay.
needed to know or what
Yeah.
I
I was
already
trying to
knew.
hook
Okay.
my friends
Yeah.
up, my niece yesterday, and I'm like, because he came over, Fernando from the school, and my niece was there. She was setting up the bar, and I'm like, I'm in the kitchen. I'm like, So I go in. I said, y'all know both of y'all single, right? And so my niece like, oh my gosh, you know I got a stocking cap on, right? I ain't got a wig on, and you sitting here trying to. I said, look, he see you at your worst. Now
That
I
part.
get you.
And if he gets at you
I
at
said,
your
he
worst,
still
he
got to get
deserves
your
you at
number.
your best.
Right, you still got to get your number at your worst without your wig. Then you good.
That part. That part. You need that every now and again.
Right.
You just need
Absolutely.
somebody to boost that confidence up for you.
Absolutely. Me and my friend was just talking about that. I was like, it's crazy. We was going to just have a drink, and then she was like, oh, I look crazy. I like, that's when they love you the most. Because they be
Literally.
like, baby, if you look good like this.
I can only imagine what you look like done up.
Yeah.
Right.
It
Yeah.
must be a school, because I swear they say the exact same thing.
Yes. Yes.
Some guys act like they don't even want you like wearing makeup, wearing weave, wearing lashes, wearing this, wearing that. And then like, especially ones that meet me when I got the makeup, the lashes, the weave on. Then when you get with me, you like, oh, I just like the natural look. Well, go get your natural looking girl, because you didn't meet me with the natural look. Now I give you a natural look here and there, but this ain't gonna be all the time. So if you only want me sometimes, then you don't want me at all, because
You know it all. That
I
part.
want you to be you. This is me. If the wigs is me, it's been me since 2002. You know what I'm saying? And that's
So
just like
you got
me.
to be with it.
So I hate when people say that. Like, nah, be you, be yourself. This is myself.
Yeah.
What my natural hair makes who I am. You know what I'm saying? Wearing my natural hair makes me. You know, that's dumb. And I can't stand when dudes say that. Like, wearing my natural hair do not determine who I am. If I got the wig on or if I got my natural hair, I'm still me.
Yeah.
I had a guy tell me women are intimidating when they're done up. Like they prefer for us to be in our natural state, like sweatpants, hair tied, no makeup, all of that. And I was like, really? That's
Really?
interesting.
No, he's just got low self-esteem.
That's what I said. That's what I said. I was like,
So
wow.
said, no, that's you, dog. That's not you.
It ain't women. It ain't women.
It ain't women,
When
it's
we done
you.
up and a very confident man see that sexy woman, he gonna approach that
He
sexy
gonna
woman.
want you.
Now,
Yes.
you an insecure man, you ain't gonna approach that sexy woman.
Yes. Now, I had this, I was in this group on Facebook, and this guy put a post up about how he liked women who wear a little makeup and do this and do that. And he was like, but if you're going to wear makeup, make sure you know how to do it and it looks right. And he got roasted so hard. People like, oh, so you want a superficial woman, and you want this and you want that. No, he wants a woman that looks good. It looks polished. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whatever that represents to him. Like,
Exactly.
so now he wrong because of his preference. You know what I'm saying? Like, That's one thing I hate
And
about.
we got to stop tearing men down for talking out and speaking up about what they want. That
Exactly.
just as much as we talk about what we want and we manifest what type of man we want, they have the right to do the same thing.
Everybody have
Exactly.
standards. You should have standards. One.
And
Right,
Everybody,
you
preferences.
should.
everybody know what they want in a person. You should. Otherwise, you're just gonna keep getting this, this and that. Even though
Get the
we
same
want the
thing.
person, we still get the same thing for some reason. But it's like I have a friend who I always say, oh, black women always tell me they don't need a man. They don't need a man. Da 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 da. Oh, yeah, but what you gonna do without a man and all this stuff? I said it ain't the fact that you gotta understand. They always say, oh, I'm a strong black woman. Don't no man want no strong black woman. I said you don't understand the preference of what we're saying. First of all, we ain't saying we don't need a man. Period. We're saying like we're secure enough, maybe financially, and that's what most of the time we talk about in that situation. Financially, we're secure enough where we don't need a man to financially take care of us.
Yeah.
And you should want a strong black woman. Why would you want a weak woman so you can control her, you can take over her? I said we say we're strong because we're able to lift ourselves up and handle ourselves when someone tries to put us down and tear us down.
Yeah.
I said, but you just looking at the one end of it, of your opinion of it. I said,
And
but
that's it.
he's like, women they need to be submissive and all this stuff. I said, what's your definition of submissive? I said, because I'm not being submissive to a boyfriend. I was like, so what's your definition of submissive? Because that when you talking about submissive in the Bible, God says husbands and wives. He didn't say boyfriends and girlfriends. And
And see, that's
I'm not playing wife to become a wife. You should know if you want to marry me a couple, a month or so after being with me, or even a couple weeks after being with me.
right.
You want to wife me, you know. So, but
That's part of the problem. A lot of men say they want women to be submissive, but you ain't did nothing to earn me to be submissive towards you.
I need to submit to.
Right.
Exactly. If you not leading the household, if you not feeding my needs and my expectations for my man or my husband, then I can't provide with what you want as your woman, as your wife.
Right.
I done played wife, and I didn't get to play the husband role. You know what I'm saying? I got the man in the house and took care of business and stuff, but it was still all about his needs and his wants. My needs and my wants wasn't as important as his. They came after, and I don't need my needs and wants to come after, or if they even came at all. So it's it ain't no more playing wife. It's gonna either I'm gonna be a wife.
And I think that comes with too, like the way some of these people are raised. I'm sorry,
it does.
It's
it
like
very
a lot
much
of
so does.
a lot of these dudes I feel like have mommy issues and they don't want to talk about it. Even some of them have daddy issues, or mommy and daddy issues. Daddy wasn't around and mama was a garden tool, and so you don't know how to treat women. Or daddy wasn't around and mama was a stone cold woman who didn't give you love because you look just like your daddy. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I just feel like a lot of these men have a lot of issues that they don't want to confront,
address. Yep.
That's a whole nother story and a whole nother 2-hour session talking about
that part.
Therapy and such. But that's people just got issues.
Pretty much.
Say that again, sis.
They got issues. A lot of people need help. And,
yes.
Yeah, pretty much. They got a lot of issues. Especially, it's I don't know. I just know I'm not doing a live-in relationship before marriage no more. That's not gonna happen no more. I'm not gonna.
And I'm not trying to rebuild no broken man. You need to go to therapy and get your together.
That too.
I ain't doing that no more.
We gotta go to counseling while we are just boyfriend and girlfriend. I should have learned that in the first place. Like, while we need counseling, we're just dating, or we're just boyfriend and girlfriend. We're talking about engagement, but we got issues before engagement that we need to fix in far as counseling wise. That's a sign right there that I didn't see. But it's
that could be a double. Well, that could be either or, because it's like you want somebody that's willing to fix it before you get into a quote unquote permanent situation.
Right. Well, yeah, I didn't even want to be engaged until we fixed it. Like, it wasn't no premarital counseling. It was pre-engagement counseling, because you're not even gonna put a ring on my finger before we fix the issue with these issues. And if these issues can't be fixed, then there's no need for an engagement.
We don't even need to go that way, right?
So I know some people they get so happy because they're engaged. Oh, I'm engaged, and then you got these same issues. Why did you even accept that ring just so you can be engaged? You know what I'm saying? Like you got these issues, and now that you're engaged, you probably forget that you got these issues because now you focus on is your engagement. You know what I'm saying? And then now you get married into this broken relationship, and now you want to fix the issues that should have been fixed before he even put that ring on
You
your
talking about me, sis?
finger.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. I was so caught up with the fact that I was engaged and I was happy. I mean, I had other things like my dad's cancer had came back, COVID had first hit. So I'm like, well, hell, he's singing the right tune, he's saying the right things, he's making the changes that I've asked him to make. Why not? But
Right.
if you don't address them issues before you say yes, them issues are still gonna be there
Yeah.
after you get that ring.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So that is definitely something that I had to learn the hard way. Unfortunately, I had to get embarrassed behind it. I had to hit rock bottom, but it's all about what you do
It's
with
about
that
growth.
information and
Yeah.
how you use it exactly going forward.
Yeah.
But
That's
I
what.
don't think you should say you. I don't. Well, my opinion. I don't think any part of you should have been embarrassed about any of that. There's no reason why you should be embarrassed about the fact that you stood up for yourself
Exactly.
and said no.
You
There's
you
no
you
embarrassment
avoided a
behind that.
situation that could have been worse. You could have
There's
been
no
married
Right.
into that.
embarrassment
You could
to
have been
that,
married into that.
because actually it shows how courageous and strong you are because of the
Fire.
fact that you didn't let appearances be more important than what
Exactly.
your happiness needs. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So don't say you have. Well, let me not say that because you felt what you felt, and not let me take away any of your feelings and your emotions. But from this point on, I don't think you should feel like you had to be embarrassed about nothing because you did the right thing for you.
Oh,
Exactly.
thank
And
you, Shell.
Yeah,
that's inspiring too because a lot of women don't leave. A lot of women do.
stick
They feel like
around.
because they got the ring, they got to be married.
They
You know,
got
Right.
my family was there. Oh, he proposed. Now, oh, we break up. What about I didn't say with somebody because
everybody gonna look at me like
I didn't
I'm
stay with
crazy.
somebody because of I was worried about what family would think if we broke up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now I'm not happy, but I'm worried about what family would think. Like, and it's like it's your happiness. It's how you feel. Family gonna
It's not
support
nobody else.
support you whether or not. Like if you leave them or if you win them. You know, so some family probably was like, I'm happy she left. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they gotta say they happy for you when you in that moment because you
Yeah.
happy. But when you leave,
Right.
sometimes you like, I'm glad you left. I didn't like it anyway. I didn't like it for you. You know, and that
My
whole
daddy and my sister was the
gotta.
two main people that said that. Like my sister from jump, she was not supportive at all.
Mhm.
But my dad, he was like, you know what? I'm happy. Y'all this y'all second time around. We gonna just hope things work out for the best. This time you got a ring, so maybe he is serious. But once we broke up, my dad was like, don't go back to that Negro. Do not go back. He like, that is not the man for you. You deserve so much better. And
Yeah.
those words still stick with me to this day because it's like everything that transpired within our relationship, he had predicted it prior to it happening. So once it happened, I was just like, damn, how you know that? Because he's a man. He knows these motives. He's like, I know how he gonna move, his thoughts, all of that. So, as women, we really got to stand up for ourselves. And that's why I'm like, I'm happy I'm no longer in that situation. I wish him nothing but the best, but I can't succumb to your BS no more.
Well, I'm happy you're out of it too because
Me
it made
Thank
you
you.
revamp who you are, and you would not be Miss J Radio. I don't think
That
if
part.
you had not left him alone.
Seriously.
So
No, for real, for real.
That's true. Like I said,
Seriously.
sometimes you could
Thank
be
you.
with somebody and they're blocking your blessings. Blessings don't come because God, like this person, don't deserve to share them blessings with you. So I'm gonna hold on to these blessings until you realize that he blocking them. Until you realize that he's not the person for you. That he's not. He don't deserve these blessings. And that's how I felt. I felt like blessings have been blocked because I was so caught up and I was so and stuck. Felt like I was stuck in a situation and God holding my blessings. So
Yep.
now look, you got out of the situation, everything that's happening for you. So
Just all overflowing. Yes, Delmira. Sus. Dale is one of my best friends down here in Georgia. She the one that I stay with right now.
okay.
And she has gone through so much, and I'm so proud of her because she has persevered through turmoil and a relationship. And I don't want to put all her business out there, but she has definitely persevered and she has elevated herself and she doing a damn good job taking care of her 2 children by herself. So I have to commend her as well. Thank you, sis, because she was there for me. She been there for me through that relationship, after that relationship, and even to this day. So
Dale, thank you for
Good job.
being a friend.
for real, yes.
The heart is true.
On the
You
real.
are calling a confidence.
Okay.
Come on, so.
Yes. We
But I
all
watch
need
that show
somebody
every
in our
day,
life like
twice
that.
a day, 3 times a day. So I know the whole song. All I used to say, you know, the part, and it was like, and if you threw a party, you something.
No,
The
invited
part, I didn't know.
everyone you knew.
It said something.
You would see the biggest gift would be from me.
And
And
the
the
card
card
attached
inside
was.
would
So I
say,
didn't know they said
thank
and
you
the
for
card
me.
attached, right?
Uh-huh.
So they said and the heart attack was. You know, I never knew what they
Not
said,
a
so
heart
I would like
attack.
make up a word. I would make a word because
Well,
I
you
never
needed to know
knew
the
they
first
said
line before that,
always.
then you would have known they weren't talking about no heart attack.
Oh, so so I never knew like what it said, so I would make the words, and then I finally listened to my mom's like it said, and the card attached will say, and I'm like, oh, I always make up my own part on that because I never knew what they said.
I used to do that to songs too, so.
Yeah.
Like
The word don't even make
Good
sense.
times,
Right.
the Good Times song. You know, there's a part on there where you make up.
Good time, anytime you make up. That part what I thought it was shucking and a jiving.
Yes.
But it's hanging in the child line or something like that. Oh, hanging in the
shaking and jiving.
I thought it was hanging in the. I think it's
I thought it was
something in the child line. So I think it's
yeah.
Standing in the free food line. I think
Yeah,
that's
I
what
never
it
knew
is.
what they said. I would make my own words up.
Yeah,
You
but
know
it's all right.
what?
All right. It's wonderful.
We are.
You know, when you
I
see
know.
you make your
It's
own
already
words up,
2
you start
o'clock.
Yeah, it's already 2 o'clock.
It's
We have
12:47 here. But
we have extended into Monday afternoon.
Afternoon.
Right. Monday afternoon talk.
I know. I gotta get my daughter from school in a little bit. Take that long drive.
Yes, and I've been working this whole time. I'm behind.
So proud of you, friend.
I got homework.
Thank
I'm
you.
so behind in my homework. Like
Yeah.
I'm literally on like chapter 5, and they on chapter 8, and we play going to
It's a lot.
9. We've been going to chapter 9, and I'm still on chapter
It's a
5.
lot.
And all, yeah, it's like 4 sessions, right? 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4.
Yes.
5.
It's
Yeah.
4 sections.
Yeah, and so like I finished chapter 5 and 202. I do chapter 5. I'm going to chapter 5 and 203, but they already in chapter 8. And then I love Catherine because she always be like, "Don't worry, you're not behind." And we're like, "You're in chapter 8. I'm in chapter 3."
Yeah.
But
And
I'm
she's so sweet and encouraging and
her.
supportive.
Yeah,
I love her. She is the best instructor that they have, and I'm putting that on record.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to argue about it with anybody.
Oh.
Okay, them is fighting words, but I'm ready to fight for Catherine Miracle because she baby.
You so silly.
Literally, her name is Catherine Miracle, and I already wrote a review about it on that page or whatever because Jamie had asked me to write a review and whatever because I was telling her, she was like, "I told you was gonna love this class." She was like, "Sometimes I sneak in." She's like, "Sometimes I want to leave out, but I have to." And I'm like, yeah, I said, I'm glad I didn't take the film or whatever. I wasn't anyway. But when you told me about it, I didn't know about this class, Jordan, until you told me about it. And I'm like, oh, okay. But
yeah, they do an awesome job. Well, she does an awesome job with
and the fact that
whole
she
entire
asks you
course.
what you want to learn, she would put a workshop.
Yes.
You know, that's what I like.
Yeah, she does a workshop. Yep.
That she care about what you want to know, and then she's like, okay, well, on this day we're gonna do a workshop on this day, and I'm like, you bomb.com for real.
Like there was some stuff I was asking her. I know we still rambling on, but I had asked her something. My sister had asked me a question, and I was like, well, hell, I don't know. So I asked her. She found a YouTube video, sent me some websites to go to, step-by-step tutorial, all of that. Okay. Me and my sister couldn't even figure it out. But the fact that she sent it to us, took the time out of her day, in addition to everything else that she was teaching us. I'm like, oh, you the bomb. You was a real life a miracle.
And she always like, text me, you know, I answer my text quickly. You have a question, you need anything, you want to send me something, you know, text me. Like, we got to do the meme things. And I sent her the memes I had made. And she was like, I love your work. You are so great. Like, you're whatever, you know, just give you all these little compliments. And I'm like, oh, you know, you just everything.
She's the bomb. I love her.
Some people truly are givers in this life, and
Yes, there still are some good people out there.
yes, and their intentions are very pure. So
Look, you see, this is one of the memes I made. I thought it was cute. Wait, can you read it? Can y'all see it?
no, it's too bright.
Go back.
No.
Nope, you gotta come back forward. When you get the joke, 10 seconds later. I can't see the picture, but I see your picture now.
It's just like
send it to the group chat because I can't see it.
You can't see it. Let me turn. Maybe I can turn
your light
your
down.
brightness down. Mm-hmm.
I said the light.
There you go.
Oh, now I see it.
Still send it to the group chat so I can.
Yes, send it to the group chat so we can see it better. But I can see it. She'll say she can't see it.
Y'all know I'm geriatric, so
I'm over y'all.
So I'm a little.
You better stop acting.
Look, we gotta put the glasses down. What you say, baby?
So I made all three. I made all three of these memes. I'm sending to the chat.
Yes. All right, y'all. We've been on here for over 2 hours.
We have.
Yeah, well, we needed to recover from the earlier conversation.
We did. And so anyone who has stuck it out with us, me personally, I thank you.
Yes,
I thank you.
Nobody says, well, y'all going off. So,
right.
Y'all already enjoyed
right,
it.
that's enough now. Come
Dale,
on,
she was with us.
Yes,
so
thank you, Dale.
Yes, Dale. See, that's how I know Dale a good friend. Dale stuck it out for real.
For 2 hours and 15 minutes. And she at home working too, okay?
Oh,
so she multitasking.
See, Dale, you gonna have to meet me at Doc's for a drink, girl. I got
yes.
Look, we not so Mark not coming on the show no more. So Dale, you can come on the show.
Right.
You say as long as you don't say nothing bad about the Bears. We good. So
she don't do sports, so you good.
Okay.
Come on,
she
now.
tries to.
Somebody who don't know nothing about sports with me.
You and Shell on the team together.
Right. I no longer feel alone. I be sitting here like this.
Off camera doing something else.
Right. Let me know when y'all ready for the next segment.
So you got to do the program. How you don't watch sports? Like it's like that's one of the best stuff you can watch.
I can watch basketball.
Football is more exciting than basketball. Like football is I love basketball. Football is my favorite sport. Like I love playing it. I love playing basketball too, but I love playing football. You wouldn't even think that people think I'm such a girly girl or whatever, but I love sports. I like
you play tackle football.
I love softball. Girl. I can catch a football from afar. I can play basketball.
My cousin used to play.
I can do flag, but you ain't tackling me.
We can tackle, baby. We can tackle.
You ain't doing no tackles.
We can tackle.
Because I'm going to get up fighting.
Now I used to want to learn how to play tennis.
Yeah, let us know when you want to be a co-host on the show. You can definitely come on.
Come on, sis.
Yeah. Thank you, Dale. I'm serious about that drink, girl. You a good friend.
Look. We might be doing something on Friday, Shell, so I'll let you know.
Okay.
We're ending the show. How am I? Oh, nobody's calling. So it was great. Great show today.
Yes, it was. I love you both.
We probably go to karaoke Friday anyway, Miss J. So
we gonna go to karaoke and ride the mechanical bull somewhere.
So what? We gonna go to karaoke and just sing some songs.
You don't need to do all at once. So you done had an eventful month, okay?
It's I have until November 1st. I'm down. Just let me know.
Look, what's today date? The 25th.
Yeah. So I got to the 1st. So,
So you got to next week Monday, November the 1st.
There we go.
Last 40 days. Here go my daddy. Oh, you had your last party. Your 40 days of social is over. So you can tell me when my 40 days are over. And my countdown is over. But my 40 days is still going.
It's still going.
I started late.
Okay.
I count late. So we got to November 1st. And so that's what's happening. And yeah, so I'm going to see if we still going to karaoke or not. But yeah, it was, we have fun. You got to come out, Mr. J, whenever you out here and do karaoke with the team.
Every time I try to come out there, it's always something that come up down here. So I'm gonna try. I know for a fact I'm definitely gonna try to come home for Thanksgiving. And then we had a family conference call last night, so I'm planning on coming for Christmas as well. So hopefully I can get up there before then, because I need some warmer clothes, because baby, it's getting cold down here in the GA.
It's cold already here.
It's getting chilly.
But it's really in the mornings though, and at night. During the day, it's not as bad, but I know it's coming. So I'm like, okay, I got to really prepare myself before it gets too bad. But I will keep you posted. I definitely am planning on November for sure for Thanksgiving. But if before that, I will let you know.
But you get that Friday, Black Friday, we can go do some karaoke.
Well,
let's do it.
My brother's getting married on Black Friday, so I don't know.
So you'll be there as well?
Well, it's gonna be at Lake Geneva.
That's not here.
That's Wisconsin, sis.
I know, but it's up the street.
It is, if you're willing to make that drive. I mean,
you gonna leave his reception to come to
karaoke? To come to karaoke?
I don't know. We've got a whole month to think about and plan it out. So,
okay.
Yeah. All right.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Okay, ladies, we're gonna get off this live.
Yes.
People like, now we don't want to hear y'all ramble all over.
Right. They might.
Sorry, guys. They might, because they tuned in this long.
Like, you can talk about this off camera, but
I'm gonna go eat some leftovers.
For tuning in. Me too, girl. I got some Chef Ivan's leftovers. Girl, he made some salmon sliders.
Here we go. All right, so thank you guys for tuning in.
He made some jerk chicken Alfredo.
Can we have a blessed evening?
He made some Hawaiian shrimp and some Hawaiian chicken.
First of all, I'm about to get mad at Chef Ivan.
We need to book him for that weekend of Thanksgiving and do like a girls' dinner. And Dale's supposed to be coming with me to Chicago for Thanksgiving as well. So she comes. We might need to set something up. Yeah, we might need to set something up with Chef Ivan.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, because I gotta go.
If he not booked and busy,
he wasn't able to make my specialty food for me because of the change in plans. So I had to go to his house and get my specialty, my frittatas and my little infused food.
That little dessert that he made for us.
All right, so we have had a wonderful show today.
Sorry, Shell.
I want to thank y'all so much for tuning in.
Sorry, Shell. I forgot. My bad.
Let's live in the present and not the past. Ladies.
That part. We only looking forward, not behind. But
just yesterday with Chef Ivan. So what do you mean? I still got some fast to eat today in the present.
Can you send me some in like a little overnight bag or same day?
No, because I never got my dessert in the bag.
I got my DoorDash heat bag.
We ate that, sis. It wasn't nothing left. We couldn't even send that to you.
It wasn't nothing left last night. Like people took plates home. They took plates home, and I'm like, take some food. He made so much food. I'm like, take some food home.
Sipping on mimosas.
Oh, we was lit. Yeah, we was definitely lit.
The entire day. Till the next
we were to the next day. I had to sleep it off.
I still talk about it.
Chef Ivan had us lit.
Bugs watching y'all eat. I'm trying to sit outside and then y'all sitting there eating deliciousness and I'm getting attacked by mosquitoes and flies.
Sorry, Shell. Yeah, let's figure out how we can make something work with Chef Ivan the weekend of Thanksgiving.
Shell gotta come out here. Y'all gotta come out here.
Well, Shell said she's gonna be there for her brother's wedding. So that Friday, she's already tied up with the wedding, but maybe that Saturday we can hook something up with him.
Yeah, maybe. So because he do a lot. He do the tree cutting and stuff too, and the yard stuff.
I saw he got a whole lot going on.
Yeah, so we got to make sure if we a date so that we can book him because he do be super busy and he do a lot of catering. Okay. He do his Taco Tuesday stuff and. You do like a lot.
Yeah, I think Jaden is out of school that whole week, so I'll probably be up there probably Tuesday, the latest.
Yeah, we definitely got to. And we can even go like, hey, Ivan, we come to your house, you can feed us,
right?
For us at your house, and
we'll figure it out.
No, we'll figure it out because y'all ain't eating no more strawberries and salmons and infuses without me.
Because baby, it was good with a tea at the end.
I bet it was.
just melt in your mouth good.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the berries is like soft and juicy, and it was like
Yes.
All right, y'all. So next week we don't have a guest yet, so we will still be talking about So-So's birthday.
Because she's still celebrating until then.
And then we'll figure out what's happening in November, and we're gonna bring y'all the funk and the heat.
That part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Today was inspiring and it helped someone be able to go out and talk about their experiences they lost.
Absolutely.
I know I need to maybe join a social group and a type of group that experiences to help me, because I'm still coping after 4 years, almost 5 years. It doesn't go away. So hopefully this inspires you all to be able to talk about it. Some people don't deal with it as good as, I feel that we do. Like we can still go day to day. Some people is in a sunken place from it. So get out there, talk to somebody. Don't let it sink you all the way down. And get a dog, like for real. Pet therapy is real.
For animals. Yeah.
Animals, yeah. A cat, dog, whichever one, make you happy. But pet therapy is real. I knew about it, but I never had to need it until I needed it, and it's totally real for any loss, any kind of anything. So thank y'all again. So we'll have Dale on the show as a co-host, and Wiz is gonna come in and be a guest co-host as well. He couldn't today, but we always got Wiz to join in on us. So so next week, if we don't have a guest, it will be hot topics, and we love hot topics. So and if
we'll figure it out.
Still hot topics. So
we'll figure it out. We'll keep you guys posted.
Right.
Thank you all.
And go like and share and subscribe to our YouTube page.
Please.
Share all of our videos, our recordings. Make sure you are liking our page here on Facebook. We're gonna get our Instagram up and running somehow, some way. So was gonna talk me into doing that. So we'll figure that out. Our TikTok, the whole nine. So just make sure you're following us on all socials at this point.
Yes. Bye.
Bye. Love you guys. Everybody have a good week.
Bye.
As soon as I figure out how to end this thing again.